What it do, what the business is. It's your boy Uncle Tick.
Yo, King Marco in the building. Here to
And
give y'all boys some game.
Yeah, AB in the house first.
And we got the echo, big dog.
Oh, let me turn down my headphones a little bit.
No,
Is that better?
No, it's him.
I can't hear you guys. Hold on.
Can you hear us now?
I can. Hold on. Sorry, my setup's a little different. Is it?
We hear you.
Can you hear me?
We hear
Is
you.
it too loud or echo or anything?
No, we good.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So I just well, let's get. I don't know where to start. Really.
What up,
You know
kid?
I mean?
What up,
What up,
kid?
What up, kid? What up,
KID in the motherfucking building.
Hey, I guess where I want to, kind of start out. First of all, a lot of you guys know what's been going on with my family and everything, and I'm not going to get too much into that. But I'm leaving to go home on Sunday. I'm flying back in Monday, and it's been a really tough time. And so first, I want to thank Bout, Kid, Marco, Ticket, all you guys have been a real big help in a way that I can't ever repay you for through this. This has been a real tough time for me, and to be able to come on here, and I was never expecting to be a regular. I just came on to talk one day about AMC and why I felt it was going to go a certain way. And, these guys were great enough to let me on, and I feel like we've become really good friends. I feel like Kid and Bot, I haven't talked to you over voice or just over the show, but on Twitter and everything, you guys have been fantastic, and I can't thank you enough. So I just wanted to say this might be my last show that I'm on for a couple weeks to a couple months because of stuff going on at home. But I'm on Twitter, and I'll throw my Twitter tag up on later on the 10%. Well, the 10%, no, I think it's AB Herald 2020. But if you type in blue shit BS detector, I'll come up. If you want to follow me, if you're in the chat and you want to follow and keep up with me, you can get me on there. So I'm not going to go away for forever, but I'm going to be away for a while. And I just, I can't thank you guys enough for what, Ticket and Marco, especially and Bot and Kid, especially too, because you guys have done so much for me in a short amount of time that gives me hope that things are going to turn around. So I just want to say, we were just talking about it for the show. We feel like all of us 6 months from now are going to be a different place, different spot in life. So,
oh yeah,
I can't wait to meet you guys face to face. I can't. Bot and Kid, same with you guys. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, I guess, to start with.
Hey, shit, it's all good, baby. That's what we here for.
Sure.
Shit, we here to help each other.
Yeah,
we here to help each other. Shit,
that's
so
what
we all
that's
trying
what
to
it's
do.
about over here.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it's about.
That's what we all about.
Yeah, and that's I feel that. I really feel that from you guys. I feel it. So it's especially been hard lately. So I just appreciate having you guys around right now. It really means a lot. So but let's get into some stock stuff. You want to talk some stock stuff, guys?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk that shit.
So first of all, my opinion has changed on AMC in some ways, but not really. I am not. Okay, so I am still under the theory. So let's go back to when this all really started with the shorting, right? Not when the squeezes started happening, but when the shorting started happening. The shorting started happening really like 5 or 6 years ago for a lot of these companies. So, and they've been doing this for a long time. Wall Street has shorting these companies. So it's like clockwork. So it's an automatic algorithm that they have to bleed these companies out over like 5-6 years. And that's what you got from watching the Wall Street documentary. Remember the Wall Street Conspiracy, if you guys watched that they put the CEOs, they take over the board of directors, and they tank a company. Well, I believe what the algorithm was a slow descending. It wasn't like it sudden crash most of the time. It was a bleed out. It was a slow descending bleed out that's just stuck on automatic. So once they start the process, it just automatically keeps going. Well, what happened with GameStop and what GameStop showed people was that the way to break that algorithm is to buy and hold, right? So now the algorithm's flipped, and they never expected this to happen. This is why I say they got caught with their pants down with all these. It's not just GME, it's AMC, it's BlackBerry, it's Bed Bath & Beyond. It's any company that before the pandemic was being heavily shorted already, and then they thought they could put the death nail in them in the pandemic. But it was already happening. I think it was already on track. I don't think the pandemic mattered as much. I think it was already on track. It's set to a certain time limit. They planned the shit out years ahead of time. So when we broke the algorithm and so this is why people say, I believe, it can go up to infinity, because that algorithm's broken. Now it's not going to, we were saying the other day that the cycles make it shorter, and that I got excited because I saw it go 20%, and I got ahead of myself, and I made a price prediction, which I never should have done. I always say don't do that, and I did it, and I look like a fool, so I'll eat that. But the thing is, it's so you know how they have say ladder attacks on the other side. Well, now what's happening is we've reversed the ladder attacks, so it's going to keep jumping up systematically. So between the September 6th and the September 9th, AMC will take off again because it's about 100 and it's either 105 or 150 days from the last trip, and GameStop follows the same pattern. Now they might all be at different times, so GameStop is ahead because it was the first one to take off. AMC is in second, and then like BlackBerry or whatever is in third and fourth. But I believe when they say GME is the mother of all short squeezes, yes, it is. It'll probably get the highest, but it's not the only one. And I think the mother of all short squeezes is all these combined together. You know, and they can't change the algorithm. If they change the algorithm, sorry, I'm sorry.
You got the echo, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You got it.
Is that better?
Yeah, you got it.
So now it's like driving down a one-way street, and if you turn off, you're going to crash, and that's what the market crash is going to be. There's no way to turn off. You're just constantly on this one-way street, and now if you turn and try to change the direction, it'll force the stuff no matter what, because if they change the algorithm, we buy everything up that they sell. So it'll just keep shooting up. You understand? So that's why I think there's nothing they can do, and that's why they're trying to change the rules so this never happens again, because we can do this forever with every stock that they ever short, no matter what the short percentage is, because they also make a bunch of synthetics. If you got that from watching the Wall Street Conspiracy,
Yeah,
AMC has a lot of synthetic shares. GME, I'm sure, has a lot of synthetic shares. I'm sure all these stocks that were being shorted have a huge amount of shares. So the short interest could be really like 500%, 600%, but we just don't know it because it's done on the dark pool. It's being traded that way. And then we never get complete data. So they can hide a bunch of stuff from us, you know? So I think if you could get on BlackBerry where it's at a good price right now, it's not as risky, and it's a good, it'll follow the pattern, and we'll just have a bunch of ladders attack, and GM was the first one, so they're a peg ahead, and AMC is like a peg or two down, and then BlackBerry, but collectively all these will keep going up like that. But the reason, there's a couple things that could screw it up, and this is why I believe I've seen why people say GME is the true MOASS, mother of all short squeezes, because it really is, number one, I believe. And number two, if you watch the Wall Street Conspiracy, you know that Adam Aaron was put in 2015. That's about the time they probably started shorting that company, because streaming services were already taking off. AMC was already kind of hurting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were.
So this is where I have a problem with everybody cheerleading Adam Aaron's moves, because GameStop did the right thing. They got rid of the old fucking CEO and put a new guy in there. So at least they're trying to turn it around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
we were talking about that a few weeks back. Yeah.
Yes, and you were right on about that. And I was just caught up in like, these were bullshit companies to begin with. But now I kind of came to the realization after you showed me that video, and it's like everything that I've been saying about Adam Aaron, how he's not our friend. And like, I was like, well, I look at GME now and I've changed my opinion on that, because when I thought about everything all at once, I was just like, they're trying to save the company because they put a new CEO in.
Yeah.
AMC is trying to tank the company because Adam Aaron takes on more debt by getting more theaters, hasn't really reinvested in his business, gets these high dollar deals. Like he put out, it's going to be expensive to get NBA and NFL. Well, no shit. That's why you don't do it. And it's already got sports bars. It's already got whatever, you know, they got WWE, which WWE, I like wrestling, but it's a niche audience of like 2 million people. You know what I mean? Like in the United States.
Yeah.
And how many people are going to go sit 6 hours? These wrestling events are not like 2 or 3 hours. They're like 5 or 6 hours.
Wow.
So how are you going to, you know, so it's just, I see it as he's actively trying to tank the company, you know, like, because that's what his job is. And he's going to sell more stock. I guarantee the next time it rips, somehow some stock will get sold, and he'll just be like, oh, well, this came from whatever, you know, like this wasn't then, this was then. And everybody kisses his ass. And it's like, no, you guys should be fighting against him and getting the company to get his fucking ass out of power and get somebody in there that can think a new way and cares about if the company succeeds or not, because they've also said they were going to hire 5,000 to 10,000 more employees. From what I understand, on the ground level, there's not a lot of hiring happening, actually. So that was just a PR stunt to like, oh, we're going to create jobs and then not actually do it. And nobody ever checks up on this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I thought he was selling some stock in October or something like that.
And that's the other thing too. Yeah, he's selling some stock, and they wanted to dilute the stock. But even if they dilute at this point, there's so many synthetic shares. I don't think really what he does in the end matters as long as people keep buying and holding. It'll just force the process out longer, and maybe they get to a point where they fire Adam Aaron, and then the next guy that comes in actually turns it around. That's, but like Adam is actively trying to tank the squeeze. And that's my problem with Adam.
Why is he trying to do that though?
Because he was put in there by the hedge funds to put the bankruptcy in the first place, I believe. Because he was put in 2015, and that's about the time when streaming services started really taking off. Like Netflix, it seems like Netflix has been around forever, but really they kind of started peaking 3 or 4 years ago, really, right? Or 5 years ago. So
yeah, about that time. Yeah.
So that, and then TVs become cheaper. So bigger screen TV, surround sound, all that stuff becomes cheaper. And with all the craziness in the world and now the pandemic on top of it, you have to really do something different at a movie theater than just show movies and be half-assed about showing a concert. Like that's the other thing, the concert series thing. Like you're going to tell me people are going to sit in a theater for a music experience where you want to get up and dance and move. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I was saying like the Club AMC thing would be a great idea, right? Like tear out those seats, make a little Club AMC, keep it to live streaming exclusive concerts. You know what I mean? Like that's going to be, especially if the pandemic keeps going, that's going to be the future because they're not going to have like huge crowds anymore. They're going to have to change what they do if this pandemic keeps going, even in the short term. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I don't know. That's why I've kind of changed my opinion on AMC. I think you guys are right to swing trade it. I think that's the best way to do it.
Exactly.
And get back in on the lower ones. I'm gonna hold for the next rip and see how high it goes. I would like it to. Ideally, I think it will still go up to where GameStop got to at like $400 or $500. I don't know when that'll happen though. You know what I mean? Like it could be next year.
It'll get that high?
Yeah, I think it will, but I don't know about. It depends on what happens in the next couple months if it really ends up taking off. Because there might be nothing Adam can do to stop it as long as we keep buying and holding the stock. The fundamentals don't matter as much. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just because he's losing all this money, well, if I'll have all this fresh money that keeps coming in off the stock, this will drag out a lot longer. But it'll still keep going up while it's dragging on as long as people keep buying and holding. So, or at least swing trading off it, because if it becomes a time thing like it has, where it's 105, this will be the third really big rip, right? Third or fourth. So if this comes true again, where it happens between September 6th and September 9th, that means it's like constant. It's like clockwork. It's going to happen every goddamn time as long as we keep doing what we're doing. Every 105 days.
So pretty much what you saying, this boy go to $100, you ain't gonna sell it, you gonna hold it.
I mean, a lot of it depends on what's going on in my life too. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. If I have to have a chunk of money to take care of my dad and mom and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to pull out some. But that's why I broke some off to begin with, so I could start trading with other stuff like the support. I'm gonna see how high it goes up, and then if it starts coming down some, I'm gonna sell it, and then I'll get in on the next rip. And hopefully I'll have more money. And then like the other ones I got, I'm just going to hold on to until they rip. And I'm going to cash them out. And depending on if I need money or not, I'm going to pull it out of there. And if not, I'll just reinvest it into something else and just keep trying to flip it for a while.
What's up with it, Bot?
What up, Bot? How you living, bro?
You feeling better today, bro? One thing I read is that the options available was currently going on 145 currently. So that might limit any next potential rip. So what you saying, kid? It ain't gonna even touch 100 this trip?
You might not. That's pretty much what he's saying.
So where you see it going, or you saying it ain't gonna even go? It ain't gonna even rip? What you thinking, kid? What you thinking, Bot? Is still?
Well, I think the options, right? What up, Bot? I think the options though that's the price they want it to go up to buy it at that time. That's the strike price. So he's saying that if that's the case
today.
That was a hell of a call, bro.
I gotta give you credit, bro.
You
Yeah,
missed
you
the beginning.
called
Go
that
back and watch the
motherfucker.
beginning of this bot, and I said a lot about you and everybody on that. But thank you, brother. That was a great one. That was a great call.
Man, 100 bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 250 bot. Fuck it. I heard you say 100, 250. Just saying, if it gamma squeeze, it would potentially be doing it. But a sub option available somewhere.
Oh, so the options of that day would be the roof of where it would get at. Is that what you're saying? I think that's kind of what he's saying. Is like, so it's going to rip again, but it'll only go up to that certain level where the options are at. Yeah.
He said he going for 1,000.
Dude, I tell you what, that chick goes up to 1,000. I have to think about. Yeah, I'm going for 1,000%. Yeah, that would be nice, but that would be nice. That's why I'm like, I thought about
that motherfucker might run tomorrow, man. That bitch might act bad tomorrow, for real.
That motherfucker went stupid today.
That bitch went stupid after hours, man.
Yeah, I think it ended up at like 38 after hours, 38%. It was up to 45% though for a minute. It was like, wow. And
that bitch, we about to get that motherfucker a look. Just
that was such a
right there.
Hey,
I ain't gonna even lie.
I told you, but I told you this. If this came out, I was gonna let you tell me where to put my money at. now I believe. I'm a believer. You got me, brother. You got me.
I'm fucking with Bot the long way.
But you real deal. Hey man, tell me about that works, man. I just bought a little bit of shit. I just bought a little bit into that motherfucker. Is that bitch is that the bitch next to go?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I mean, he sent me something on works. I just haven't had time to look at it. Yeah.
Damn, boy. Y'all motherfuckers did
that
shit with that support. That support, you did that shit.
Yeah. So this one that peaked at what, $3, something like that. Not today. Was that just today's chart? Yeah, that's just today's chart, huh? So it peaked around $3 today, or $3.52. I bought some Shiba coin today too, on there, which I'm hoping will take off. But I didn't get much into it. I just put like $30, but that should go up to a penny. You know, like all of a sudden, be sitting nice too.
Shit, hell yeah, that shit go to a bad.
That should go to a penny. Wow. Whew. It'll take a while though to get up to penny, but I was hoping I got in on the beta. They're still in the beta on Webull, and I thought that would push the price up some, but it's actually been going down a little bit. But I think when it goes full on, it'll take a big rise.
So if that works, hey Bot, if that works, so you saying that thing's gonna take off in a couple of weeks or so, huh? You said it should fall a little bit more before. That's what I thought. I think I might buy something at like 230. That's what I'm thinking about to do.
So what did he say?
He said the SI is high. Then people will go from support to jump on works is what he basically saying.
And if the SI they're showing is high, imagine what it is in the dark pools with the synthetics and everything like that, because that's not counted into that shit. So if the regular shorting is high, imagine that number times 2 probably in the dark pools. Yeah, I hope it's not done.
Yeah, I don't think that bitch done, man. That bitch boom about to run, dog.
Yeah, that's the thing is
about to run.
It's a good get in price right now too. You know, it's not
that
too
bitch,
expensive.
dog. Damn.
Yeah.
Man. That's a $20 run. That bitch was $8 last week, man.
That's crazy, bro.
That's fucking crazy. Last week that bitch was $8 fucking dollars. Yeah.
All right, because I'll get in on works next week then. And I got some of that GRNQ. I like that you put the fireplace down below. I didn't see that before, but I don't know if you've been doing that the whole time, but those are the 4 I want to get into right there. And I already got some GRNQ and I got some support. But the MMAT is one I really want to get into for a long play. And the works is, if you got like if you got till next week or something, I'll probably get in on that, because support will go up, but I don't know how long it'll keep going up for it, because usually it's only a couple days and then it starts to drop when these things happen.
That's true.
That's why kid said he was getting some or got in on it earlier, so I'm hoping it goes up for him tomorrow too, because I think he got in kind of high for where where
on which one, on works or MAC?
Support.
All right, good looking, bro.
Oh, support.
Oh wow. 74%. They keep shorting it. Wow, yeah, that could. Oh my god, that could really jump up.
That bitch might run to the 30s, dog. For real,
Dude,
for
oh
real.
real. The fuck, that might run to the 50s.
Yeah, if it's doing that, we got the if the SI is that 74%, nigga, shit.
Oh man,
Man, you
y'all
about to get
boy.
some money, AB. Shit, you gonna be all right going back home.
I hope so.
You gonna be all right.
Yeah, I got about $2,000 to last me right now, so I can make it work for a while on that. You know,
You're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
you gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about,
This came in time for your ass, for real, for real. This shit was right on time for you.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it was a little bit earlier because it'd make things a little bit easier right now. But hey, if it's happening, it's happening, and that's all that matters right now. You know, so
and it's gonna keep on happening because we're gonna keep on trading, keep on getting together, talking about this shit.
And that's why you guys got to keep up with me on Twitter and stuff too. You know, that's the best way you're gonna be able to hold of me. Yeah. So I really, and anything I find too, like I took some risky play. Like I put you on the. I felt bad if anybody got the trail one and they lost any money on it because I thought it was gonna go. I thought I misunderstood what the merger meant, or they bought him out. I thought when they bought him out, it would shoot up to their price because they would merge with him eventually. But I don't know if that's the case.
But it didn't go down too bad though.
No. But I got in when it was. I'm only like $3 down on what I bought in total right now, so it's not like I'm getting killed with it. I was worried about the GRNQ, but Bot told me that's going to take a week or two, at least, or a month or two. So I'll just hold that.
I'm gonna buy that little fucker then. Fuck it.
Yeah, because that one's at like 89-90 cents right now. It's a really good get-in price. You can get. I got like 220.
I got the price right next to the stock down there at the bottom of the ticker too.
Pull the chart down a little bit. Pull the chart down for me a little bit so I can see it. All right. What's the 52-week high on this bitch?
415.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, so that could really take off too.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't bad at all.
No. I mean, got potential. Anything low like that that's getting shorted, it's the more you can get. So you actually kind of, I don't want to say make more, I guess, but you kind of do off of what you put in. For if you like if you only put $200 in and this thing shoots up 200-300%. I mean, that's for me that's get by money that I need right now. So I'll take it.
We're up.
Shit.
Damn. Man, I'm like hurt and I feel good about support at the same fucking time.
Why you don't get in?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get in?
I didn't get in on that.
You should have gone on that ride with me, brother. You should have gone on that ride with me.
But hey, fuck it. One of y'all got in there, so that's all that I feel good about.
Hey, shit, no, Bot got in. I don't know if Kid got something needed. Kid might have got
Sensei Bot. Yeah.
Something like that is good to lower your average and sell at 150 a pop.
Oh, the GRNQ? Is that what you're talking about? I think it's what he's talking about.
So you saying basically sell when they said 150?
You saying 150?
Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
that's what's up, kid. That's what's up.
But you were a little low on your prediction for support, though. I will say that you weren't completely right. You were wrong in the right way, though. You were wrong about 15.
Yeah,
it went to it almost doubled that. So you might be the master, but you're not completely there. But I don't think anybody can predict when. I think you can just predict.
Hey, I'd rather you be wrong. I'd rather you be wrong and then go way higher than what you say.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'm just
do that every time, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's why I'm like green. I'm like, well, that should go up to $10 now. I'm sitting pretty, like all of a sudden, like. So, yeah.
On everything. That's for sure, kid.
I know, right?
100.
I think Bot has taught us all. Listen to Bot.
So where do you see AMC going now? So you saying AMC is pretty much is going to be a swing trade type thing, huh?
Yeah, I think if Adam Aaron keeps doing what he's doing, he's slowing the momentum of it when it pops because. So, like we were saying before, the algorithm's broken right now because we've basically flipped the algorithm on itself. It's reversed because of what we've done.
Yeah.
So, what they probably were doing before was they would short it and they would buy some up to get people to buy in and make the price go up a little bit. and then drop it, but drop it to lower lows each time. Now we're getting lower highs each time. You know what I'm saying? So the next time it pops, it's going to go up to a higher low, I guess is the best way to put it, a higher low. And it'll repeat that process. Now, depending on what Adam does and how much stock he sells and like the next one's going to happen and there's nothing he can do. You know what I mean? There's nothing he can do about it. It's already happening. But in next year, when we start getting next year, when he can start selling stock and diluting the stock and the debt becomes more, he starts purchasing up more theaters, accumulates more debt, just keeps doing this. It's only going to go up. It'll still go up if everybody keeps buying shares, but it'll only go up like little by little each time, as opposed to what it's doing now. You know what I mean? So that's how they're, I believe, and like that's why I think he got out and became friends with the Apes, and that's why Trey and them are doing more damage than good with this thing. Because if they wouldn't have made him the saint of all CEOs or whatever by putting him on the platform and him and letting him and not really pressing him on anything ever, you know what I mean? Like they get pressed to ask a tough question, and they will, but they'll be like, but Adam, you know, we want to believe Adam and all this shit. So it's like, no, you really need to hold his fucking feet to the fire, because he was put in there before all this started, already shorting this company himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, or he works for he works for some company that works for Citadel. It's owned by Citadel too. I mean, people have made that, and they try to make it like, oh, it's no big deal, it's whatever. Well, no, it is a big fucking deal, because who do you think he's going to look out for? And he's going to cash out and make money when the stock rips. Because, like, look, he's got millions of dollars invested in this. So this goes up 100% or whatever. That's millions of dollars that he's going to make. He's going to cash out, and then he's going to keep shorting on the other side, or have Citadel keep shorting from this other company. And I bet he gets a bonus from them when this is all over too. You know what I'm saying?
It holds true about the broken. Also, GME, AMC, ETC has happened no later than September 9th with all the new ATHs.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me that, kid. You straight showed me that.
Yeah.
Broken out though. Yeah.
So, and I don't know what the new rules are going to do. And that's the thing. They might be trying to make these rules so that, you know, they don't have the mother of all short squeezes and stuff like that. But we'll see. I mean, they might, you have to get it just right, or it's going to shoot off. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to go way up. So they have to be, because, and this, the other thing too, is like we talked about the other day, it's a battle of attrition. There's millions of people involved in these stocks. Not just AMC alone has 4 million investors invested in it, retail investors.
Yep.
That's not counting what support has. That's not what counting black. And I know a lot of the people are the same, but there's different groups that are just holding to that too in the millions. You know what I'm saying? Like GME has its hardcore group that only holds GME. BlackBerry, support, all of them. You can look in the chats on Webull. There's all these people that are just like, fuck these other stocks. This is the one. This is the one. Everybody thinks their one is the mother of all short squeezers, because they're kind of right in a way about all of them being right about all of them, because it's set on an algorithm.
Yeah, because the algorithm has not been changed. As a pop coming up there next within a few weeks or less, huh?
Yeah. And
how long you think that pop gonna last though? If it goes all the way up.
That's the gambling part of this.
I mean, it's the price point you gotta set. I'm saying that bitch probably might touch 100, 90, 100 if it's gonna go.
Well, it depends on how it goes. You know, like, you know, we always what was that one that squeezed to 25,000 there? The DGAs. Yeah. So there's different. You know, it's hard to tell because a lot of short squeezes last a couple hours. Some last a couple days, but then you had the one like DGAZF that lasted 2 weeks and just shot up to 25,000, and they delisted it, by the way.
Shoot, then tank. That's why I'm telling AB he better sell that shit. You was telling me to sell half. I will sell every last share because off rip that bitch gonna go back.
Yeah, you might be right because I can get back in at lower prices on BlackBerry.
Exactly.
And shit like that.
I don't know why the fuck you would hold that shit.
Yeah,
that makes no sense whatsoever.
And especially where Adams keeps fucking around. It's
exactly.
Like, well,
you making a case to already know what you got to do. It's definitely a lot of money to be made in this shit, but you got to dip in and out.
Yeah. Right now, I just want to hold because I feel like it's going to rip at least one more time before all this shit goes
I
down.
agree with that. Yeah.
So it may be twice. It depends on. I don't know what the price will be when it goes up next because it's really hard to predict that. You know what I mean? I just think I just look at the last one and go, it went up 100%. You know, it probably went up like 150. One day it went up 100%. It went up like 200% in a week or whatever, or 400. I can't remember what it was. I know some people said 450% or something like that. I can't remember. But It depends on how high it goes this next time, as to how much I'll sell. You know.
Just imagine.
Yeah, but look,
it
lasted at 70 for like 5 minutes, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't at 70 for that long.
It was $78. It was $78.
Yeah, but
it only take 1 minute to sell it. Shit.
But I'll tell you what, you could have got out at 68 at least. You could have at least got out.
Well, no, I'm saying though, like it only lasted $70 around that angle for like a few hours tops, and you have to watch it all the time. I don't have time to watch it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So it happened. Yeah. It happened. The $70 came and went when I wasn't able to look at it. It had already passed, and it was down around 50, 58 or something. And I was like, well, I'll just hold till because I thought, well, it jumped up, it'll jump up again because of the stair stepping aspect of it, but it didn't, and it just started the bleed out thing. So yeah.
You could have got out. You could have got out in the 60s, and like you could have got out like 65.
Yeah. But by the time, it's like hindsight. Like
we all had those.
Yeah, it's hindsight. Yeah.
I mean, I sold 20 shares at AMC, and the next day it went up 20%. So I actually lost money. I'm gaining it back on Spirit support now, but I was really worried. I was like, well, I wasn't super worried because I didn't take that much out that was going to affect too much. But I was like, oh man, I just sold these shares and they're going to take off. You know what I mean? Like, and I was losing money on most of the other ones or at least not gaining as much as I would have been in AMC. So now the losses have been kind of mitigated because I'm in, I can't remember this other one. This one I just took a chance on. I'm down like $20 in one of those. I'm down like $20 in I think Trill. GRNQ, but I'm okay with that. I'm down like $3 in Trill, but then support, I'm up like $400 almost right now, I think. And then AMC went up, so I'm up. It went down today like 8%, but like I said, that doesn't really matter right now. What matters is the rips and dips, and it didn't really rip. I don't consider 20% like a huge rip. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just a bump. That was just like and that's going to happen from time to time because it's just the stock market. Sometimes stuff, it's going to go up 20% a day, but the big rips is what we're looking for,
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I watched reruns of his show from a few weeks ago, and y'all were calling the top even back then.
Oh, AMC when it went up to 70. I think you guys called that when the last rip at AMC happened. Like I think you kind of called kind of where it was going to top off at.
But the only thing we didn't know, like you can jump back and forth. That's the great thing about this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's kind of been my thesis all along. I wasn't very good at explaining it. Not exactly what that guy said, but that guy just like confirmed everything I thought plus gave me more. You know what I'm saying? Like because I've been saying from the beginning that this has been in the works for a while. The hedgies get caught with their pants down because they do this automatically every day. They don't even have to think about doing this. They've done this for years every day. So it's on autopilot when they start it. You know what I'm saying? And by the time they realized they had to take it off autopilot, it was too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They ain't like what we was talking about back there, man. They ain't like that shit at all.
And they're fucking crazy. They'll jump into other mentions. Like I put up something like that had nothing to do with AMC just on my timeline, and this fucking asshole from something I said from AMC starts jumping on my shit. I was like, what the fuck, man? Grow the fuck up. And I messaged him. I was like, just go fuck off. And he was like, you're playing games and blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not playing games. You're the one that's following me. I didn't even know who the fuck you were until you got on my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing no games with you, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. Just because I say something about a stock that you don't like, and it's not even the stock that I don't like. And that's where people get mad at me is like, they think I'm trashing the stock. Huh?
You're invested in it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trashing the stock. I'm trashing fucking Adam Aaron because he's trying to actively go against the squeeze. And I'm going against all you guys kissing his ass because you're doing more damage than good. And you don't fucking realize it because everybody's in a fucking cult. And it's just like, and then you got the YouTubers that are just feeding into it and grifting on top of it. And it's just like, that's where it drives me fucking nuts because AMC could go huge. But you guys now have handicapped. You guys have handicapped. You have shut it in the fucking knees. You know what I mean? Like, so, and like, that's where when we had this discussion last night, and then I started thinking about the stuff in the Wall Street conspiracy, and I was just kind of laying there. I couldn't sleep. So I was just sitting there thinking about this stuff. And it all kind of clicked in my head of like, oh, I see why people are so pro GME and so anti AMC right now when it comes to like the group divide and all that stuff. because yes, they were both shit companies, which is the only reason this is ever possible in the first place. Let's put it this way: if these companies were great companies, none of this would have been possible in the first fucking place.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to be shit companies that this happened to. That's the only way this would happen. If this was Tesla or Walmart or whatever, we wouldn't even be having these talks. We wouldn't be having these discussions. It's because these companies were already 5 or 6 years ago being shorted, and already this was in place to put them all out of business. And now I think on the other end of it, you got, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Blackguard or Vanguard, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came in and bought out AMC. And that's the other thing that could screw up the squeeze, is if one of the bigger companies come in and, like Amazon, there was talks a couple of years about Amazon buying AMC. Well, if Amazon buys AMC, yes, the price will go up, but because of the merger, I don't think it'll go up as much as it could.
AMC is a long play that the stock price will be justified in the future. Trey and Matt led so many people on. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and that's why they're saying it's a distraction. That's why they're saying it's a distraction, because it really shouldn't be. It really should be right there with GME and all these other shit companies. You know what I mean? It really should be. But the way, I get it now. I get why people fucking hate that one and not the other. You know what I mean?
Could you call AMC the worst company of all the meme stocks?
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know what Bed Bath and Beyond are doing. I don't know. I think BlackBerry's gonna be invested into by, I can't remember. Somebody told me something about BlackBerry is going to be invested in, some other company is going to invest in them because they're going to have something to do with communications and cars, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Like, it's hard to say because there's so many companies this could be happening to. Like, I never heard of Support before this. You know what I mean? Yeah, Charles. Yeah,
it's just But Bed Bath and Beyond.
Which interview was that? Hey, which interview was that, Bob? Because I ain't really.
I think they got a new one. I think they got a new one.
I unfollowed these motherfuckers. I can't take it anymore. I unfollowed them all. Yeah, I don't watch their fucking videos anymore. I just, because every time I do, I just get angry, and I'm like, why? I'm already got enough shit going on in my life. I don't need to. You know, I tried fighting the battle of getting people better pay and all this shit that nobody fucking cares about. By the way,
BB ain't that bad. Then go ahead.
No.
Yeah, BB is, exactly. That's big in cybersecurity. So
it's new on Trey's clips. It'd be one of the new ones.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a new one because I think I saw it earlier. I didn't watch it, but I just saw.
Yeah, I just can't even take the sound of any of their voices anymore. They're all fucking morons, and or they're complicit. You know what I mean? Like, either way.
That last video I broke down to Trey, man, that motherfucker was sounding crazy as fuck. He was saying some shit that I really didn't understand. It's like he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about or something. Like,
he's become a cult leader. He doesn't need to know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, everybody just tells him he's fucking right all the time, and if you tell him he's wrong, he blocks you or ignores you, just like Review Work did, just like Matt Kors is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
is it Trey and Matt on there or something?
I think so. I think that's what.
Yeah, I think I saw something about they did the show together. I just saw the image of it. But there, I mean, and these people platform.
Can't put it on the whatchamacallit.
Hold on, I gotta
do something to drink. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, Trey be tripping though. Like, I just can't take it anymore. I can't fight it. It's already too fucking late. You know what I mean? Like, there's no changing it. It's already is what it is. And if you fight it, you're just gonna take a bunch of shit and a bunch of people following you and stuff. Like, I was talking. So you guys know who Short Destroyer is on Twitter? I think most of you guys know Short Destroyer.
I don't know who that is.
Oh well, I know. I think Bot and Kid know, but he's very like pro GME, anti AMC. And I got into it with him, but we've been messaging, and he was telling me, like, we had a little beef, but we squashed it when I told him where I was coming from with this. And he's like, oh, I get it, but now I have to say to him, I'm sorry, you were right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna tell him, I'm sorry, you were right. Not about all of it, but you're right about, you know, the difference between GME and AMC. I'll say that. But he was telling me he had to lay low for a bit because people started threatening him and started getting real. Like, they were actually coming for him, you know, I'm like, real deal people. So, I mean, he could be making that up, but that does happen all the time. I know. It's fucking, there was, you know, I watched
getting emotional, man.
Yeah, people be getting crazy, man. Like, you can't just say you don't like something without somebody threatening to fucking kill you or something, you know, or start stalking your timeline and stuff like that. You know, somebody else did that in another conversation. I was talking politics online, and we was having a discussion, and of course they were being a fucking moron. So I was just like, all right, I'm done, whatever. I go on for a while and then I'm done. But then I'm having another conversation off, not even related to this, and this motherfucker followed me over there. I had to put him on mute because he was just always getting at me, and I'm just like, man, I'll let you scream at a wall.
I got the video, kid. We wait for Marco to come back.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? But hey, even
hold on 1 second.
Deep Value put up something. Deep Value put up a tweet that was from the movie, the image from what was that movie with Matthew McConaughey? He goes to space and it ends up finding like it's an endless cycle. God, I can't remember the name of the movie now. But anyways, basically it was like he was saying he knew about the algorithm all along. Like this is why he believed in GME, because of the algorithm. It's a repeating thing.
Interstellar, he said.
Interstellar, yes, that's it, yes. So in Interstellar, Matthew McConaughey goes into space, and then when he gets to this rip in time or whatever, he ends up going back, and it's just a constant loop of him living his life over and over again. And that's what Deep fucking Value, who hadn't tweeted for a long time, because the Astro video that we showed has been blowing up too. Like that guy's been blowing up all of a sudden because of what he showed. And Deep Value put that tweet out saying, basically confirming like, yeah, he's right. That's what I have been thinking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why I think they're right. Like, I don't know if Deep fucking Value, I know he said he wasn't AMC, but I can understand why. But I don't think he said anything about like BlackBerry or any of these other ones. But I'm sure if he's thinking that this is algorithm, that this strategy we've been using will work on all of them.
Damn.
Especially ones that go 5 or 6 years back, because if you got to think, they're saying all synthetic shares are just being made now. They've been doing this for 5 or 6 years. Who knows? Who fucking knows how many synthetic shares are actually out there? 5 or 6 years. That's a long time. And when the volume goes up and they create more synthetic shares for people to buy and sell, that number just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's where, like, that's why everybody's like, this can really take. Now, everybody was saying 100K is not possible. This theory actually makes it so it's more possible. I believe in the 100K theory for GameStop or whatever one now more than ever.
You believe it's going to go that high?
I believe it could. I'm not saying it will, but I believe this makes it more possible, because there's no stopping it. Once, you know what I mean? Like, it would just take time. It won't be an automatic jump up real quick unless something crazy happens, unless they change the algorithm or they change the rules, so they have to change the algorithm. It won't be like boom. It'll be like a year or two down the line. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll just keep jumping and stair stepping. So, and it might take like 5. You got to figure if they started shorting this 5 years ago, it might take that much time to get it back to that level, to get it up to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's just a constant, never-ending cycle, and that's why they're trying to change the rules, because it's not just. But like eventually, though, this is the other thing that will cause a squeeze is, you know, this could cause margin calls, and if they call margin calls, then they're fucked. All these companies, and I believe it'll happen one after the other. I think if GME gets margin called, AMC gets margin called, BlackBerry gets margin called, because it'll start a chain fucking reaction, and you'll see every one of these meme stocks just shoot up through the fucking roof. And that's the other thing is, eventually these people that they owe money to are going to want their fucking money, especially if this keeps going on for like a year or two. That's a lot of money. They lost almost $1 billion just off AMC in I think it was like the last day or last week or something like that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So that's they have endless pocketbooks, but only so much. I mean, it's not really truly endless, because eventually they're going to have to. Yeah, there's the tweet. Yes.
I'm gonna play the video after I put this tweet up.
Yeah. But this is eventually going to cause margin calls, and that's what everybody's waiting on. That's why they're saying it can shoot up when it starts, and any one of these rips could actually happen. You know what I mean? Like, it could happen.
What price you just said? I couldn't hear what y'all said.
Go ahead, Marco.
No, he was saying that it could rip to 100,000.
What,
Yeah, I believe in
AMC?
all on any of them,
All of them. Yeah.
on any of them, because like I was saying to him, there's no telling how many synthetic shares there are out there. And if they started this 5 or 6 years ago, that's a lot of synthetic shares that are out there. You understand what I'm saying? That's a ton. It's not
Yeah.
everybody's just thinking
Right.
about this year and how many synthetic shares they put in. Well, they probably been putting synthetic shares in for 5 or 6 years on a lot of these companies like AMC and GameStop and all these ones that were doing shitty before the pandemic, because it was on automatic and they never had to worry about getting caught for it. Nobody ever did anything to them. And this is our way to punish them. This is why they say this is going to change everything, because they're not going to let this happen anymore. There's going to be a cap on how much you'll be able to short a company, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they'll make just shorting outright illegal. So we actually have to invest in stuff that we believe in for a change,
Yeah.
and not just make it all money
He
schemes. You know what I'm
said,
saying? Because that's all it is right now is money schemes. Nobody actually invests in most stuff they believe in. You know?
you talking about this tweet? Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Which
That's
tweet is it?
no the top one there, the one where the guy's
This?
doing the interstellar one. Yeah, that one there.
So what the hell do this mean?
So Astro's video has been blowing up about the algorithm and how it's timed and it's going to always keep doing this no matter what. And this tweet is kind of him throwing the reference that he agrees he knew about the algorithm, and that's where he never let anybody know like the algorithm is the reason why this is happening. And now he's saying like, no, this is exactly why I think it's happening, is because Interstellar in this movie, he shows that's the part where basically it becomes an endless time loop. Like the point of the movie is this is just going to keep happening over and over and over again. It's going to be an endless
Hell
time loop.
no.
Yes.
Put like that. If that's
Oh,
this,
he
you can
posted
just
that
get
back in
money.
April. Oh, he posted
You,
that back in April. So
and then
like,
and that's what it's been doing, right?
yeah,
Back
yeah,
forth,
and
back
that's
forth,
kind of,
back forth, back
yeah.
forth, back forth. So if that don't tell you to sell at some point and jump back in at a lower price, because that's gonna happen.
This is the fear, and like this is this shit is mad that mind blowing that DFT threw that. But this is the thing. We was just talking, like eventually they can't keep losing money, they're gonna get margin called. This is the other thing that will send it off. If they get margin called, which could happen at any time on these rips, and that's why everybody's holding on for like dear life, because you gotta figure. I was just telling Marco when he was gone that they were shorting these companies for 5 or 6 years. So to reach those highs that we wanted to reach, like the 100,000 or whatever, this would have to go on for 5 or 6 years for it to really reach that high, unless they get margin called or change the algorithm or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a lot of money they're losing every day. They're losing millions and billions of dollars into these, collectively billions of dollars between them all. You know, so. And it's different hedge funds, I understand, but there's always somebody on the other side doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and Citadel has got its fingers into a lot of things. You know what I mean? So it's not just, you think they just shorted a couple stocks? No, they probably shorted 20, 30, 100, who knows?
Yeah,
how many?
probably a lot.
Yeah, probably a lot. So this can just keep happening over and over and over.
They could just recycle in the dark changes if this theory is correct, and never get margin called. I mean, if they let that thing go, hopefully they let that motherfucker go on forever.
Hell yeah, the motherfucker
make a lot of money doing that shit.
And then you know what they really thinking? The apes, they gonna think just like you, AB. They just gonna keep on holding this motherfucker. Why some niggas just gonna stick and move, bam, 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 bam. Why some of us like, okay, it's gonna be the long run this time.
Yeah,
some of us gonna be getting out selling that motherfucker. Them the people just gonna make the money on AMC from the sounds of it.
Well, I think everybody's gonna make money, you know, if they stick to the strategy, because there's, I mean, really, like, you can stick and move, or you can hold, and once it gets up to a certain level, you're gonna, you know, like, eventually everybody's gonna sell at some point. Yeah, it just depends. That's the tough thing to know is when, but I can see why they were trying to get people go 100,000, because it is possible. It is possible. It is possible for it to go up to. It has no cap. That's the thing about the rules. It has no cap. Theoretically, they could go up to $10 million a share, $1 billion a share. I mean, that would make super inflation or whatever. It'd be fucking crazy. Yeah. But I don't think that'll happen. I mean, but theoretically, it could. Theoretically, there's no cap on how high a stock can go off a short. I mean, that's why people have thrown out that Berkshire Hathaway $500,000 per share, you know, out there, because they're like, that's the highest one. We can make AMC or fucking GME higher, or all these in the end, really higher than that. but we'll see. It's gonna take a lot of
y'all some wild boys. Shit.
That's why it's
yeah.
broken.
It's gonna take some big balls, boys, for everybody to hold on for that long, though. It's gonna take
Apes
some
will
nuts,
never
but
sell exactly.
yeah.
This also costs 100 million per year.
So kid must think this thing might go to 100,000. You think it's going?
He said that's the beauty of the trade. The Apes will never sell. So he's saying basically the beauty of the swing trade I'm taking that they gonna hold this motherfucker while we jump in and out. Is that what you saying, kid? I'm not sure. I'm not trying to put no words in your mouth.
Well, yeah. Like I said, it depends on how much. If you can time it just right and everything, yeah, you can make a lot. But it's also risky because if you miss out on a rip and it takes off, then you're not gonna get. So that's why I want to hold at least some, no matter what, because it's gonna rip at some point again.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Exactly. I'm jumping in and out. We used to have a saying: oatmeal better than oatmeal.
Yeah, no, you guys are right. But I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point where I can start doing that. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't want to do it because I didn't have that much invested in it. It was really risky. I didn't want to like cash out and then lose more. But now that we kind of know the timing of this for the most part, like next time it rips and goes up big, I know I have at least 105 days before it goes up again, so I can take some out, reinvest it. I don't want to sell it all, but I'm not greedy in that fashion. But I'll just hold some just in case something happens in my life where I don't have the money to reinvest. At least I still have some. You know what I mean?
So definitely play it on the way down.
Yeah,
play it on the way down. So you talking about shorting this motherfucker too?
Shit, it's hard to get shares unless you can buy puts. Unless he's saying buy some puts on the option side.
Okay.
Or some.
Because after it rips again, it will just do the bleeding like it did, for a long time, and then it'll start going back up again. So.
He said puts. Yeah.
That sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
That sounds like a winner right there.
Get you like a 3-month out date or 4 or 5 month out date with that shit.
Yep.
And you know good and well you in good hands. That motherfucker will come to daddy.
Well, no, after it rips, get it. Yeah. After it rips, get it. After it rips, probably the best option for puts would be get it the next month.
I just want to say that bitch rip tomorrow. I want some January puts. I'm gonna sell it long before that. I'm gonna sell it long before that, but I just want time.
If you're profiting off the loss of its side, you'd wanna make your puts for like November, December, because in January it'll be about the time where it starts ripping.
But you can still sell it, even though you got January puts. I could sell it tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? I can cover it, so it don't matter. I just want more time than what I need. I might sell that motherfucker in September for all you know, but I'm just gonna have it for January.
I'm not sure how puts work because I thought it was like you had to do it at that date or that was it. But if you can make it stretch it out so it goes that long and then profit off the loss side of it too, then yeah, definitely.
It'll come down lower, but it won't go all the way down.
I think if it goes to 100, I think.
Yeah, see, I'm fucking with that motherfucker. I see that bitch touch 90, 100. I'm out that motherfucker.
Yeah,
straight out.
Yeah.
Out.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't.
And then put that bitch. Yeah, put in from 90 down to 50.
Yeah,
or 90 to 60.
I would say 90 to 60 or 70. Because even if so say you put it at 70 and it goes down to 50, you profit even more off that, right? There's because it's a higher percentage.
If it's 90, you just buy some $70 puts or some $60 puts. It can even go lower than what you're saying, but I'll probably get like some $70 puts or some shit.
Yeah, or hell, even $80. Because if I don't know exactly how puts work, but it's like based off percentage too, right? So if you put an $80 puts and it goes down to 60, your like percentages go up on what you get back.
You gonna win. Oh yeah, you gonna get.
Or like even $5, like just time it out so you're doing $5 week to week or something like that, where you think it's going to go down, or even $2 or whatever. It just Yeah, it went from 70
crazy. Man.
But look, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, like it's hard to. That's where it's hard to predict is how low and high it's going to go. That's kind of unpredictable in a way, I guess, because I think from the first rip to the second rip, I think the rip got bigger each time. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, because it went from like, what was it 4? When did it go to? What was it at before it went to 70? Was it like 14 or something, right?
It was like, like it went from like 9 to like 15, and then from 15 all the way up to where it went there. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's the thing is like that was a lot bigger rip than because the first time it kind of ripped, it went from like $2 to like $10. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was the real first rip in AMC. It was when it was down to $2 and it came back to like 10, $11.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, don't measure by dollar. Yeah, so I think it's been close to 450% to 500% the last 2 times it's ripped total because it goes on for like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, and then it drops back down. No, and that's the thing. It drops back down no matter what. It's not that people aren't buying still. I think people are still buying, especially now.
That's the
And this
manipulation.
well, that's the other thing with the institutions buying is they're going to buy when it's going up too for a minute to try to keep pushing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I'm sure there are some that are probably going to buy and sell and swing trade off it, and they don't want the price to get so high because they're shorting it on the other side. But I don't think every institution involved in that is doing this. I think some are trying to push it so they can make as much money off this as possible.
So quarterly for roll dates for future index futures. Mm-hmm.
What's he saying?
He said they seem to coincide quarterly for roll dates for the index futures.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Put this up.
The funds seem to coincide with this every 3 months.
You see that? You see what I just put up on the string?
Yeah.
That's why he said the knife is gonna bust.
Yeah.
So it's probably good to buy something right now then, huh? Or buy that
go down a little more.
Yeah, like what, 30, like 36, 37?
Yeah, you get in that little 30 share. You might be able to get you a little bag.
I think you have till the September 6th to 9th, somewhere in that area, if everything's works out right.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know.
Be a little flush out coming. They probably gonna put that bitch in the 30s somewhere. Get that bitch in the 30s, mid 30s if you can.
Yeah, mid 30s. Yeah.
But the bleeding has become less too, by the way, a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it went from 70 to 30. It went down from 30 to 29. But then it's kind of steadily been coming back up again. So it may dip again.
It really don't like getting under 30 like that.
Yeah. And but even now I don't think it'll go down past 35 again. 33 at the lowest, I think. But 35 I think
it really don't like being under $30 for some reason.
Yeah. But now it's like this wasn't a squeeze, but it was a stair step, and that's the first stair. So it'll drop again a little bit, and it'll stair step a little again, probably between now and the 6th or the 9th.
Yeah,
it'll drop down a little bit again, and then it will take off. I think that's kind of how the algorithm.
DT in the motherfucking house. What's going on, big dog?
Hold up. What's happening, Dang? What's happening?
Man, I'm just getting here. What happened today? I thought the algo was going to have it running.
Well, I thought the algorithms were getting shorter, but they're actually timed at the same time. So September 6th to the 9th is when we're looking for it, DT.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. But support was running today, so that was good.
Still jittery to touch AMC.
Yeah, I would say probably.
You might be right though, kid. Yeah. You might be right. I might. I was thinking about buying Express too. That's another meme stock. That motherfucker was running right along with this shit.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was like $6. I think. I'm not sure. I think like $6.
Yeah,
that motherfucker
I think you're smarter to get in a BlackBerry just because of the price right now.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't saying people should get on. I didn't say yesterday people should buy AMC. I said it was probably going to go up, but I was worried about that. But I think if people were to buy BlackBerry or whatever, I think that would be a better get-in price. You don't have to worry about
Yeah, I think I might buy BlackBerry.
Yeah, too. Yeah. Because they're all in the same algorithm in the end. Mm-hmm. They're all so it doesn't matter which one you really get into. Yeah. If you get in at the right price, it's the percentages that go up. So just because GME will get the highest dollar number value doesn't mean you can't make the same amount off BlackBerry, even though it's a lower dollar number value. If you got more shares for the percentage.
I think me and Kid was talking about that yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, look at his support. I am so happy that that's going up the way it has, because That's gone even past what bot suspected, and maybe we'll even go more. But the thing about these things, they only last 2 or 3 days, so it's tough to time exactly when the high is.
See,
They might have already peaked.
That's why. As long as you get some good profit, man.
Yeah,
Spirit is a beauty. As long as you get some good profit, like I said, I'm trading these shits and I'm putting profit, man. As long as I see me a good little profit, I'm getting the fuck out. And if that bitch go further than where it was, fuck it.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well. And you know what? That's a good thing. You gonna get into something else. Shit. It's always it's another profit to be
another play.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you guys on the swing trading this some now. You know what I mean? Like I am with you guys on this because if it's all the same algorithm, right. If it's all the same algorithm, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm just saying it seems
like it's a runner.
Yeah.
September the 6th. What day is that on?
I don't know. Let me see.
Hold on. That's a Monday. I think that's a Monday.
Oh, so it'll be Monday to Thursday of that week then.
Is it?
Yep.
It'll be Monday to Thursday of that week.
September the 6th is a Monday.
Depending on what day it pops. Because usually these squeezes last 3 to 4 days.
The market ain't gonna even be open, is it?
On the 6th?
Nope. That's Labor Day. So that means the 7th. So that means you gotta be in by the 7th.
Yeah. So that's what I would say is because if it's timed out. Now I don't know if every one of these has the same time. Like say
I think it's close to, but
support. But let's say it's still the Tuesday. So Tuesday to Thursday that week was when it's gonna probably rip. The thing about the squeezes is they only last 3 to 4 days at a time, and then they start repeating the pattern again.
Mm-hmm.
So that support's gone up for 2 days now. So you might be right, but it might rip again tomorrow. But then if it rips tomorrow, probably Monday it'll start coming back down again, I think. But it might rip again on Monday.
But like this,
Monday,
if that bitch went to like $30, $40 tomorrow, if I was in at $8, I'm selling that bitch, nigga, on everything.
Yeah, I think I got in at like 929 or something like that.
If I see that bitch like 30, if I see that bitch like $40, I got to get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, I can't remember what I got on a support with, but yeah. And then GRNQ, he said it's going to be a month and a half. So like I'm saying, these might not all be on the same time. So AMC might run at a different time than GME, and BlackBerry might run at a different time than both of them. But basically, it's going to be the same cycle of time. It might be 105 days for one. It might be 90 something days for another. It might be, that's where you have to kind of figure out which algorithm is going to which stock, But I think they probably all fall into the 105 day to 105 to 130 day category. I would think.
All right, let's go to that video. What's name?
Let's listen what these fools got to say.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. These fucking grifters.
Now I want to welcome back investing YouTuber Matt Kors. And Matt, I had Trey Collins on yesterday of Trade Trades, and right before the end of the show, at the end of the segment.
Okay, there we go.
Investing YouTubers and Matt Kors and Trey Collins. Trey, I heard one hater chalk up this week's run to traders being bored. It was like last year there was no sports. Then it was like a lot of STEMI money. There's always a reason, right? What did spark this move this week, this eruption?
Charles, thanks for having me back, obviously. But you can say that about, AMC as well. You can make that excuse of, AMC is going to go dead. They make excuses for streaming, for videotapes, for DVDs. And you can make that comparison to AMC where there's always some sort of reason outside of what's actually happening. And the truth is, you had a technical breakout. You had a break over a critical level of resistance on a chart, and people try to overcomplicate this. It really is as simple as it built momentum and passed.
Pause it for a second.
The chart.
He says people are trying to overcomplicate it as he's overcomplicating it. He's the one fucking overcomplicating it. Because the technical analysis, like I've said from the fucking start, fundamentals don't fucking matter. It has nothing to do with anything AMC is doing. It has nothing to do with anything GME is doing in the end. Now, the difference between the companies is GME is actually trying to save their company and benefit off this. So even eventually when everybody sells and this goes back down, they're still going to keep going after this because they've been smart about how they've attacked this. AMC has not been. So once they go out, they're done for. And if they change the rules and make it so they can short the company without being really punished for it, they'll do it, and it'll be out of business in 5 years. Where GameStop at least has a chance now to, when it falls down, to rebound and at least stay at levels. I don't think it'll ever see the levels that it's going to see during the squeeze, but it'll get back to like $20 to $50 eventually and just hold there as long as they keep profitable. You know what I'm saying? So, or not even that, just, and it might get down to like $15 to $20, but that doesn't mean they're bankrupt. That doesn't mean they're fucking broke. You know what I mean? That means they're a solid stock. Most of the companies of GameStop size are like between $20 and $50, really. You know what I mean? Like, so as far as I know, you know what I mean? But their stocks will come back down to reality, and the reality that's going to come back down to after this is done depends on what the company is doing right now to take advantage of this. I don't think there's anything they can do to stop it besides what Adam Aaron's trying to do, and that's dilute the stock, sell stock off from inside the company, acquire more debt. You know, like, he's trying to actively tank things. But even then, it's hard because people just keep buying the stock, and as long as keep buying and selling the stock, there's not too much he can really fucking do. Even if they dilute it, it don't matter at this point, because I believe there's so many synthetic shares out there. It just doesn't. It'll take longer, but he's just delaying the inevitable. He's kicking the can down the road. You know. Sorry. Anyway, I was just saying, he's overcomplicating it. That pisses me off that he does that. Oh, people are overcomplicating it. Well, he's the one overcomplicating.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go on with this.
The price action, and it is obviously noticed by the retail community. But I think as well, some of the bigger firms who are long on this stock. It's a very simple thing.
Right. I mean, come on. If you're out there and you're trying to make money, there's some hedgies who may not admit it at the country club, but they're apes too. Hey, Matt, you know, it's one thing, and this is really amazing, for people to say, okay, I'm going to hold. But this stock, for instance, AMC, GameStop.
Hold on, pause this, bro. Pause this. But did you say this motherfucker going to $70 tomorrow?
What is?
Are you talking about a support?
He says we see.
You could.
Are you saying this motherfucker going to $70 tomorrow?
What?
Support.
We close at 70 tomorrow. It's going past me.
I hope so.
No, because maybe
that's a couple G's in my pocket. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the right thing. But the reason why he's kicking the can down the road is because they're trying to change the rules and all the shit and trying to avoid margin calls. So if they get to a point where, but that'll take a long time. You know.
Okay. Oh, I'm about to say, damn, boy, you about to make me feel bad, man. You feel real bad today. Damn, shit. Oh, go ahead, dog.
To me, the resolve of people, these investing apes, what do you chalk that up to?
I mean, honestly, it's just, I chalk it up to that, exactly what you just said, that diamond-handed nature. And to me, it's just absolutely amazing. I think it really showcases that the people in this community, the apes in this community, they're truly interested in market fairness, and they're willing to fight for reform and transparency.
You know, people are always saying, oh, there's no fundamentals, right? They're always breaking out the violin and crying, and they ask me, what do you say? There's no fundamentals. My response is always, hey, they just freaking like the stock, you know. But Trey, you say there is an investment thesis, for instance, in AMC, right?
Yeah, I think AMC, where it is right now, you can make an argument both ways. You can talk about the EBITDA, you can talk about their current earnings, how they're at a negative cash flow or whatever, but you can't argue with improvement and with growth, and that is ultimately what's important behind a stock. But I ultimately am watching for the next year, and what I think is going to happen is you're going to see this divergence point where the chart and the price action can be backed up by some sort of spreadsheet information, some sort of cash flow behind the company itself. And the truth of the matter is, Charles, that the longer the stock trades in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the more relevant the price is, because whatever the market says the stock's worth on any given day is what it's worth. And it's been trading here for a long time, man. I don't know. It's you can make a pretty.
So pause it for a second, if you don't mind.
Touche.
I mean, he says some right things, right? He says, like, the value of the stock is what people are willing to pay for it, which The first time he went on, he said, "Oh, this stock is valued at like $25 when they were sitting at 50 or whatever." You know what I mean? Like, so he's learned his lesson there. I'll give him credit there that he learned his lesson. Like, the stock is what people are worth paying for. That's right. But the whole fact of like, in a year or two, this is going to be backed up by fundamentals of the company. That's totally fucking wrong with what the Adam Aaron's doing, and that's where I get mad at the dick sucking they do to him, because Adam is actively trying to accumulate more debt. He's trying to get these high price deals that will see little to no return or take a loss on it. That's why they were cash flow negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, between the movie's not doing as well as they were in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're coming out with like record breaking, well, it's pandemic record breaking, big fucking deal. You know what I mean? Like, everything's been down, so everything's a new record from when it comes to pandemic. You know, yeah, see them, but like I said, it's the algorithm. It doesn't matter right now, because what matters is when it rips and if margin calls happen, and that could happen before they are able to tank this. It's just a battle of attrition at this point, you know. So, support is the next GME. I mean, kind of, you know, like, yeah, it's all the same algorithm. So basically, yeah, you know, it might the money number might not get as high, the cash number might not get as high, but the percentages should be pretty similar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see why not. But anyways, keep going with the video. Sorry to keep interrupting. He just pisses me off when he talks. It's just like, I just want to, you know.
Yeah, he a motherfucker.
I think some coach once says we are what our record says we are, something to that effect. Matt, what do you think?
I agree with that. And I guess to speak a little bit more about the other very popular stock, GameStop, in this world, I mean, I think both of these leadership teams have used the kind of craziness, insanity of this calendar year to really help with the overall trajectory of both of these companies. We have AMC doing very, very smart things with this debt and expanding into other avenues, such as showing sports. And then GameStop, I mean, we hear, I think the adage is becoming the Amazon of esports sales. I'm very bullish on esports. And if they can actually pull that off, I definitely applaud them. I like how both of them are getting into crypto. So it's a leadership team. I believe they both get a round of applause for using the insanity to better their companies.
All right, we've got just less than a minute to go, and I want to get you both in. Two things, though. Listen, the experts keep calling you dumb and all of these insults, even though these stocks are up 2,000% for the year. Trey, you know, what do you make of that? I mean, does it just inspire you more? And how confident are either of you that Gary Gensler is going to do more than just lip service?
You know, these guys can call us dumb all they want, but I think ultimately what's important is that retail money, simple as it gets, is beating a lot of these so-called geniuses out on Wall Street who spend a lot of time trying to make a fundamental thesis for why AMC is overpriced. I don't really care what you think about the fundamentals, because I'm making money and you're sitting on the sidelines. So,
real quick, Matt, let me go to Matt real quick on this, on Gensler. Matt, do you think Gary Gensler is going to do more than just give the lip service?
I very much hope he does. And as communities like ours, we get a louder and louder voice, and microphones such as your show, it's going to be hard to ignore us as much as they've been doing lately. So fingers crossed, and I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
Yeah, I would urge the Apes to never stop pushing. Listen, everyone has different ways of doing and investing in the market. I have my own way. None are guaranteed, none are perfect, but have your voices heard. Do not give up on making sure you get a level playing field. That's my message to you. I appreciate you both, Matt, Trey. You two are really fantastic for folks who are coming into the market and just want to learn something different. Thank you both very much.
If he's holding, is he making any money? Hell no, he ain't making no money. It's unrealized gain.
So I want to give credit where it's due for some things, because they do say some good things that what was Trey's answer? Which one? Yeah, how is he making money? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I say.
Man.
When people say they're making money, like I say I've made money, but I guess I shouldn't really say that either, because I haven't really cashed out yet. So I haven't really made any money. It's all paper money. It's all fake.
Yep.
But if you're sitting there saying, well, I've made money, well, no, you haven't, unless you cashed out. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I would like to correct my language on too. But yes, I believe he's been swing trading. You can't tell me he's got that much invested and he's just going to let millions of dollars sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, and I do have to give him credit for this. They are putting pressure on the SEC to change things, and there's a lot of eyeballs on it. So if Gary Gensler doesn't do the right thing here, I would hate to be Gary Gensler for the rest of his fucking life. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I mean? So they do that well. I will give them credit for that. They make a lot of noise, But in the same token, the same noise they're making against Gary Gensler, I understand why they're doing it for Adam Aaron, but they have to realize he is not our friend. He is part of the fucking problem. And that's where I don't know if they're just naive, if it's purposeful. And like I said, I think they're just young kids that are caught up in the hype. I said this in the past. I think they're just young kids that are caught up in the hype. They're grifting on the side. They may not even realize they're grifting, but they are. You know what I mean? Like they don't. I think they look at themselves as heroes right now. I think they got a hero complex, and that's bad. That and like I said, with all the cheerleading for Adam Aaron, it just puts a bad taste in people's mouth. When if you really look at what he's doing, he's not doing great things for the company. Where at least GME with the esports, like if they become esports central for shopping for esports and stuff like that, hey, that's a great move. The esports is big. I'll give them credit for that. You know what I mean? Like that's a great move. That might be the way of the future, doing esports. You know, because there's esports leagues, but GameStop is a well enough known name in the country that if GameStop started its own league and they got enough money from this stock thing to just buy out these contracts from a huge number of gamers and stuff like that, they could create their own Twitch channel out of this and bring a lot of the big gamers over if they do it right, because people are sick of Twitch and the shit they pull. People don't like YouTube, right? So they might look into a streaming service for gamers. Now AMC is trying to connect themselves with GME, like they threw out in the last meeting. Adam Aaron basically, everybody was like, "Oh, they're going to be working with GME." GME is not working with AMC, guys. No fucking way is GME working. What's
AMC. The purpose? What's
the point besides helping AMC? It would just be helping AMC and hurting them. Because in what way? I mean, unless they make it so they hold the esports games in the theaters, but you'd have to like remodel all the theaters. If they wanted to remodel all the theaters, they would have done that already with the concert series. So I don't see them doing that. You know what I mean? So what would be the purpose of GME?
There is no purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine GME as the next NFL. That's right. And that's why, you know, I'm going to take back some of the stuff I said about GME being a shit company. It was a shit company. With their moves they're making, I see now what everybody is saying about why they are so pro GME. That doesn't mean the stock is going to be fucking $100,000 for the rest of everybody's life. But after this, they can make a great recovery and become a profitable company off of what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like that's the point, and that's what AMC should be doing, but they're not. They're accumulating more debt. They're, you know, so
like I said, they talking about they accepting cryptocurrency. I'm like, who the fuck is going to give them their cryptocurrency?
And everybody's cheering that on. Like how many people realistically use Bitcoin for anything but trading?
You know I wouldn't give them my motherfucking Bitcoin to watch a movie for 2 hours. No. And they got my Bitcoin for the rest of my life, my life.
And that shit shoots up fucking 200-300% more or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You got me stuck.
Fucking out of your mind. They were better off taking Dogecoin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they were better off doing that.
Yeah,
I mean, some people wouldn't even get a Doge.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't give them none of my crypto, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But I'm just saying, I think getting Doge was a better idea because the crowd in that is kind of cultish, like the AMC crowd is, and they would. I don't think
they would want to get their crypto up.
That's giving crypto up. That's tough right now. So
no,
and it's risky too because China's banning crypto, from what I understand, and they're going to start changing the rules on that shit too. So crypto's that's going to change big time too pretty soon. You know. So it's good to swing trade on it right now, but as far as long term, I don't know if crypto, the current forms that are in, is going to be the long term money, because if China bans it and US dollar becomes digital currency, US dollar will just become digital currency over everything else because 70% of the world already trades with the US dollar. You know what I mean?
think somehow China gonna turn around and say they're gonna accept crypto.
Oh yeah, they will.
You think? I don't know, because China's government's different than ours, man. They're
kind of wishy-washy though. That they say they be against shit, and then next thing you know, they be all the way in.
Yeah. So you might be right too.
Even though they might ban it now, but
stock.
Yeah, that's all it is. It has no real value. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's using it to go to the movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stock market value thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not real money. It's just it is in the fact that you can trade it and cash it out, but you can't go to the store and buy a soda with crypto.
No.
In some places, I know there's some exceptions, but I'm like, overall, it's not mainstream. It's not used by everybody. It's just a
Oh,
certain
no.
niche following, you know, that has it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, like I bought Shiba coin, and I only bought like $30 worth, but it's still a lot, you know. Like if it goes up to a
That's a
penny,
lot.
yeah,
Shit.
it goes up to a penny. That's a lot of money all of a sudden. You know
Hell
what I mean?
yeah, that's a lot of money. Shit.
Yeah. So, doesn't mean I don't think it's not worth getting into short term, but long term, you know, once the rules start changing and everything, start selling that shit because it's going to become worthless. You know, and I know it's like decentralized currency, but like, look, it's the internet. They can put blocks on stuff all the time. They do it all the time. I mean, like, it's not, you know, they act like they can't take crypto away from people. They have all sorts of ways they can take crypto away from people, you know, because they can make it untradeable. Yeah, you can't get into it. Like, you know, I guess you can't break the blockchain and hack the crypto or whatever like that. But you also can just not accept it anywhere. You can make it illegal to accept it anywhere, you know, and they can trace those transactions. So
something's gonna happen though, man, to where crypto ain't gonna be stopped though. It's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna happen to where crypto is gonna come into play. That's just something we haven't seen yet. I just believe that.
You might be right, but I think that the U.S. dollar is going to just become cryptocurrency of a sort.
Because a lot of people are involved in crypto, rich and poor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rich people are involved in crypto, and I just don't see them invested in something that's not going to be here, you know, 5 years from now.
Mark Cuban like crypto.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that ticket?
Mark Cuban. He likes crypto.
Yeah, but that's like 2 billionaires out of a couple, you know, couple 100,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
they ain't want to know. They ain't want to know if it's too late to get in SPRT.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Bot says it's going to keep ripping for the next day or two at least, probably. But I don't know. I wouldn't tell anybody to buy it right now just because it shot up so much today. But it could rip again tomorrow. So. Yeah, Cuban has lost millions on it. Like, yeah,
if you buy it right now, Dan, you chasing. I would just sit to the top.
Yeah.
GRNQ is one that's really low right now. That Bot was saying will probably take off in the next month or two. You'll see at the bottom of the screen. That's the ticker for it. 91 cents right now.
Hey, DT, you look into those stocks at the bottom, man. Those are the ones you can get into, except MMAT, Works, GRNQ.
And BlackBerry.
Boss said he want to do a little more research on Works though. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hold off on look into Works, but we ain't all the way sure with that one yet. But I gotta do a little more DD on that motherfucker before he give it a go. Before he tell you to push play.
Yeah.
And I would say BlackBerry is probably a good buy right now.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's like $10 a share or something right now. It's a pretty good get-in price. And it's stuck in the same algorithm as the rest of them, I believe. So it'll keep doing the stair step in action every time the time limit comes up on whatever. Like I said, the timings are different probably for each one. Not everyone's going to rip at the same time, but they might. I mean, they might have just set this up to automatic and had them all do it at the same time. So when these all go out of business, they just get a buttload of cash at the same time too. You know what I mean? So, because I believe this was the year they were probably trying to put them all out of business with the pandemic, and it didn't even have to do with the pandemic. I think most of these businesses would have gone out of businesses last year without the pandemic. You know, yeah. So yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more. I think the Astro video, it wasn't just us that found it. It's really starting to blow up. I think that caused everybody to wake up and go, "Oh, it's not just GME, it's not AMC, it's fucking all of them." Which I've kind of said from all along, like it could be all of them. Well, I'm convinced now that it is all of them. You know what I mean? Like, if something's being shorted and they have these algorithms set, they're going to put the same algorithms for every short. That's what they've done forever because they've had no reason to change it. They've had no reason to figure out anything else. It's always just worked.
So, but they can't change this shit in the middle of the game. Like, hey, this shit fucked up. We got to switch this shit up. They can't do that, or they won't do that.
Well, how are they going to change it? Like,
I mean, however they made that algorithm, could they put it on another one? But I guess they're in the middle of this shit right now anyway, so they got to finish this shit out because they got this shit in play, I guess, too. So
that's what I'm saying. They're driving on a one-way street, and if they turn around or try to back up or anything, it's going to cause a crash because there's a bunch of cars on there with them. You know what I mean? So I think changing the algorithm is like the riskiest thing they can do, because how do you change it if people keep buying and holding to make it go down even more? I don't think there's anything they can do except except doing what they're doing right now, which is creating more and more synthetic shares to keep dropping the price. That's the only thing. And like I said, then what Adam does and trying to slow it down, but they're just kicking the can down the road at this point.
Yeah, BlackBerry ain't looking bad though.
Yeah, 1081. That's not a bad get-in price.
I ain't gonna hold you. BlackBerry looking cool. That's a nice pickup, kid. I think I might want to fuck with that though, for real.
Yeah. When is the 5th? When is the 5th of September?
Well, the 6th was on a Monday, so the 5th would be on a Sunday.
So that's the 3rd then. So you got to get in by the 3rd.
On BlackBerry, yeah, probably.
Yeah, on the 3rd, so that Friday.
Yeah. I would suggest getting in on whatever you want to get in before the 6th, probably on the 3rd. And that way you get it probably at a pretty low price.
Yeah.
Probably that week before, anytime within that week before, everything will probably be at a lower price.
He said, like putting a kink in a water hose. Then when you let that bitch go, nigga, that water goes stupid.
So that's why, like, man, the light went off the other day with that video you guys showed. And like I said, I know it took a minute for you guys, but you guys are kind of believers now in this too, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah, we're not, what I believe is gonna do that little bounce back and forth shit, and there's money to be made in that back and forth shit, and I want to get some of that.
Yeah. All the talk about controlled squeeze was true. How else did they get the shorts? How did shorts get out that fast without the price shooting to 100? In February and March, retail poured a lot into AMC for it to not move. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But that's where the synthetic shares, that's why everybody's right about that, I believe too. I believe that there could be billions of synthetic shares, not just on AMC, but on GameStop, on BlackBerry, on all these. And they've had to increase the amount of short shares they've put in on the synthetic market because of the buying and holding, because that's the only thing they can do to counter it right now. So they probably, like, who knows how much they, like they were making synthetics before this for 5 or 6 years, and it was a certain amount. They had it timed out. They had it timed out to when these companies were going out of business. Well, now they have to increase, and they probably, who knows, it could be 100 times the synthetic shorts. It could be 200 times. It could be whatever amount we could, if they're just making them illegally and they're already deep in, and this is the only way they're stopping the bleeding. Well, if we're already in it, we might as well just keep doing it, because we're going to get punished the same no matter how much we do it. You know what I mean? So, and in the end, probably what will happen is, the squeeze will probably happen to some of these, and they'll change the rules. And I think it'll happen with most of these. I think it's too late on most of these. I think they have to make the rules for when this is all done, because you can't stop it once it started with all these. You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll make shorting. Yeah, I think they'll make shorting illegal for like 6 months.
Yeah, it's possible. I can see that.
Yeah, and so
if they get their ass stung.
Yeah, I think what they'll have to do, if they really want to change the rules on this stuff, they'll say, okay, companies that are shorting, you have to pay out the shorts or whatever, and for all of them, not just PME, not AMC, whatever. If it's already in it, you guys have to cover whatever's out there. But after this, it stops. No more shorting for like 6 months to a year until we figure out new rules to make it so you can short still, but not have this happen again in the future.
Where will the stock market go if it do that?
Well, that's going to change the stock market, I believe, because then you have to actually invest in things that make things that are actually profitable on paper, not just on stock market paper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to invest in businesses. And that's why I say water, weed, technological advancement companies like we've been talking about with MMAT. That's when the market crashes in the housing market, all that stuff. That when this market crashes, that's where the next moves are going to be, is going to be in the things that we need the most. You know what I mean? Like in medicine too. I mean, you might as well put medicine there with all the vaccine shit going on, right? Like any of that shit is going to have to, that's where the new investments will be if they change the rules on this, because they'll make it so shorting can't happen to this level again, or they'll make it so they can short these companies with no punishment.
Hey, kid, when you find a cycle, you see the pattern, the keys unlock vaults filled with monies.
Yeah.
Understand this, and you will never lose. Add bot, quoting bot,
Yeah,
quote bot.
Nostradamus.
The great bot. He
Yes.
who called
Yeah,
who
flex
called
on him,
this
bot.
play, who
Flex
called
on
this
him.
play, and it's documented on a previous show, like a couple shows back. He called. Well, he didn't call it going this high, but he knew this
No.
motherfucker was about to take off.
Yeah, he was on that.
That's the work of bot right here.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
I listened to you on that, bot. I can really use the extra cash right now, so that really
It's definitely money to be made over here if you just want to sit and listen to how things be politicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think between us all, bots seems to be really smart in the stock market. We all seem to have some common sense about how things
bot
work.
This shit, man.
Yeah,
Bot that dude.
Yeah.
Nostradamus.
For real.
Nostradamus.
Hey man, you need to change it to that, man. Change it. Change your name to that.
Yes. You need to be Nostradamus.
Change that name to Nostradamus, bro.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
Change that motherfucker name immediately, bro, to that.
Yeah.
Bot gonna breed a lot of millionaires.
Yeah.
If you want to have some balls and get in this shit, you could touch some M's fucking with bot.
Well, it's not even having balls, guys. It's like you don't have to start out with that much money. You know what I mean? Like this is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you start out with like $500 or $200 investing and you flip it off these things, well, your money's just going to keep growing. Yeah, you just work your way up. That's what I started. I got about 2,000 to 3,000 invested that has turned into 10,000 about right now, right? But it was up to 15 for a while. You
can always catch the playback, dang.
Yeah.
So make sure you always catch the playbacks, bro.
Yeah.
And go on Twitter to find the link. Is you following us on Twitter? If you on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. The link will always be on there because the show might not put up, but you can always go on Twitter and get the link. You know what I'm saying? So just stay posted up on the Twitter.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm like,
hey, how you start? Hey, I'm gonna find out how to start a Discord. Hey, talk to me about that on Twitter, man, and we'll hook that. Yeah. I'm gonna hook that up.
Discord's a good thing. Hey, you know what you want to look into too? Twitter Spaces, where maybe Kid and Bot can come on and just talk and not have to show their face if they don't want to. We could do a Twitter Spaces.
However they want to do.
Yeah.
Whichever they feel comfortable with.
I think Discord still has video, but there's audio too.
We'll start with the Discord and get the fuck with that. I ain't never been on Discord. I think maybe once, but I'll start that shit up, and we about to start politicking over there too.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I were you guys and you guys want to make this a go, the best thing you could do is get on every platform you can. That's free right now, like Discord, Twitter Spaces. I mean, Twitter Spaces isn't really something where you post stuff to, but like YouTube, Rofkin is a new one that's starting to get some steam, I guess.
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a YouTube alternative, but it's kind of, it's a very political one, I guess. It's just like, I guess it's kind of like the left, or I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a lot of shows that are getting censored on YouTube are going to Rofkin. There's also Twitch. Hey, who says we can't get on Twitch and do this? You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I forgot about Twitch.
Yeah, and if you guys really want to make a success of the show, get on Twitter, get on Facebook. If you want to grow the show, the point is to get as many eyes on it. So even if you get like 5 people from each of these things, that's 25 more people, and then they might show it.
And then over time, just think people over here and then getting hip to these places, get to making money. They gonna tell people who gonna tell people. It just takes time, and then just you know what I'm saying. People be like, "Damn, this shit is kind of cool." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
because I think the difference between us and a lot of other YouTube shows is, number one, we're real about the companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think this company is shit, but it's a good stock play. We explain to you why it's still a good stock play even the company is shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna kiss ass.
It ain't gonna always just be all good all the time about some shit. Like these motherfuckers don't never say nothing bad about. Come on, man. Like let's never. And, I will never you get more than one option too.
Yeah. And like I will never be fake. And like me personally, this is you guys' show. I want you guys to be successful. You guys put me on here. I appreciate everything you do.
We want everybody to be successful.
Yeah, we want everybody to
shit. Because think about it, it's a stock market. Everybody can make money. Why wouldn't I want to see you and everybody else in this motherfucker make money?
Yeah,
because it ain't gonna take no money out of my pocket. You making some money?
Yeah.
So
I feel good about the community we're starting to create here. I think we've got a bright future, And to me, it doesn't matter how many viewers. Like,
I don't care. I like the people that's here right here, bro.
Yeah, I would rather have a
everything.
small community of people like we do now, maybe a little bit bigger, that we all trade ideas. We all want to see each other
Yeah.
advance, whether that be on the stock market or in life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bot was telling me, like, one thing, if he helps people out, is to pay it forward. You know, like, do charity in whatever way you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have my ideas of what I want to do outside of the stock market when I get home eventually, if I get the money to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's not just about here in this community, it's about going out and being a better person in life too. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, last year coming up here, I really started to take part in the community, and I started helping do odd jobs for old people. I started substitute teaching. Right now, I'm helping this woman out, you know, with her stuff. It's people that need the help and really appreciate it. And so we can all do different things in our communities or with our families or with our friends or whatever, you know, but just pay it forward. We're all making money, that's the best thing you can do. You know what I mean? Is pay it forward. But take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself first. You got to be right before you start helping everybody else out with money outside of this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm taking
make your
care
money
of me
first.
and my family first, and then I'm gonna
Yes,
spread out
yes,
from
and
there.
that's what we all have to keep in mind. Is like, I got stuff going on in my family. My family is going to get taken care of before anything happens outside of this. You know what I'm saying? So,
Master Bot is back in the building.
Hey!
yeah,
There we go.
Nostradamus.
That's where we go. That's what I like to see, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how I like the picture changed.
There it is.
Yes,
There it is.
There it is, baby.
That's what the fuck we talking about.
Yeah. New handle. That should be your Twitter handle too now, you know. That should be your Twitter handle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
awesome.
what you call it? He'll be a king maker. Ain't that what you call when you be making motherfuckers boss up? And then that's gonna be your name. Once we turn it in millionaires spot, you gonna be called the king maker.
Yes.
So that's the name you gonna we're gonna for real. He gonna turn it. He gonna level us up. Once you level everybody up, then you're a king maker.
One video I do want to point out, and I'll even give him credit, was Review Dork did this one a while ago about when you get your money, what you should look into doing next. And he actually made a lot of good points with that. I will give him credit with that. And so maybe I'll put the link up on Twitter or something for people. But he actually had a lot of good ideas about how to invest your money after this to make money. I don't know if I'll listen to all of them, but one of them was like, if you make enough money to buy a franchise, like a franchise restaurant or something like that, you know, because it'll be constant revenue of money for you. The goal is to create as many revenues of money, you know. And the thing is like, I don't know if I'd necessarily buy a franchise or anything like that, but I would try to hopefully create some jobs for people where they get paid well, and then they can, you know what I mean? Like, I'd want to help people out like that too, because, you know, it's different. Handing money out to people is great, but I feel like a lot of people want to earn what they get too. So if you give them the opportunity, they'll work harder for you if you're paying them well to, you know what I mean? Like, I've always been a believer in that, is that if you're paying people well and you want to be successful and they want to be successful, they're going to be driven no matter what, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be driven to, but having an opportunity will give them that extra push, you know what I'm saying, to really take off. So I got a friend that in Seattle, I got him invested in AMC, and he's trying to start a record company up there, and he's got some decent rappers and everything. And I used to fuck with him. I was trying to become like a manager for some musicians up in the area, and I was starting to do it, but then stuff fell apart, and I'm in my life, and I didn't have the time or the money to go and do the things I wanted to do. But there was this kid Wolftron I was hooked up with for a while. He does like techno music, and it's not my thing, but I saw he had a lot of talent, and I was trying to help him out, and unfortunately I wasn't able to. But I would go back and probably help him, because he's a good kid too. That was the thing. It was like, he was such a good kid. He used to come in this gas station I worked at, and we'd talk about music, and he'd show me his music, and I'd tell him like, oh, this is good, because he was great at transitions and stuff like that. But you know, hopefully it's not just about making music. You know, I knew music, but I have people back home that I would like to help. Like, I think I told you guys, that maybe not on here, but my great grandfather used to own a restaurant. I would like to start that up, go back in my hometown, start doing it. So some of the profits went to the school in the town, because the school's been struggling and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff I really want to do, is to help recover my hometown. My original hometown in Bingham has nothing left to it. And I would like to bring something there to give people something to actually not have to move out of the town to live there for, you know. So
yeah, that's true, kid. That's 100 right there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, guys. You know, if you start a business, make sure you take care of your employees. Don't be greedy.
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
You know, like, that's if you're making good business, you'll make enough money anyway. You don't have to be greedy. You just have to be not so greedy that, you know what I mean? Like we want to make money, but there's a difference between making money and being so greedy and just fucking people over and making them do slave work for shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to take care of people well. So, because I've been in
at the rate this shit go on, you gonna have to take care of your employees, man.
Yeah.
At the rate this
Ain't
shit go
selling
on,
for nothing less. Which is good though.
Motherfuckers is quitting their jobs, boy, like a motherfucker.
I saw something said the other day that 55% of the Americans are looking for new jobs. Like they want to get out of whatever they're doing and just move to a different job.
Yeah.
And I was in it too. Like once the pandemic started, I got tired of it. Like I used to like doing retail and gas station stuff because I like people for the most part. I'm good at small talk. I like to help people. And really, if you're, you know, like depends on where you're at. You meet 200 new people a day, sometimes 300, depending on where you're working at or whatever. And a lot of people come, repeat customers, become friends. You know, you end up helping them out, even if it's just like emotionally. They have some people have no friends to talk to, and that you're their friend. You come to the store and see you every day. You know, so I felt like it didn't pay that well, but I actually liked doing it because I felt like I was always kind of helping people out. Mm-hmm. But now with the pandemic, when everybody got fucking crazy, and you know, I'm getting paid shit, and my life's not going well. I'm like, I'm just burnt out on this work. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep doing this and make my life better and help anybody, you know what I mean? Yeah. Really in the end. So, yeah, I understand how the struggle is on the other side, because it's not like, you know, I think like flipping burgers at McDonald's stuff, I don't think most people actually hate the job for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I think they just hate the pay of the job, but the job itself is not, I mean, I'm sure flipping burgers, but everybody had, like, some people like to cook, some people like to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to do it for the most part. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's so I would like to see people get paid a little bit better for working their asses off. So,
you know, we'll definitely be able to make a change and help some motherfuckers, man. By the time we done with this shit,
when we done with this, we gonna be able to do all that shit, dog.
Yeah,
we gonna be able to do all that shit you're talking about.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah.
And like I said,
we're gonna do that shit.
I'm really looking forward to meeting all you guys in person. I can't wait. I know it'll be a while, but I feel like it's gonna happen at some point.
Oh, that shit gonna happen.
Definitely gonna happen.
I told you 6 months from now we're gonna be looking different. Mm-hmm. All of us gonna be looking different. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm thinking like a year from now, but 6 months we'll be on the path still. You know what I'm saying? Like I think 6 months we'll be sitting pretty nice. We
should have gained some decent ground.
We'll be
on our way.
We'll be on a different level than we're at now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh hell yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah, so
no doubt about it. We getting there.
Yeah,
all the way. We going all the way to the motherfucking moon. Literally,
yes, sir.
Straight the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm on. Shit. I want us all to get paid.
Yeah,
no doubt. Shit, fuck that. You know what I'm saying. I'm glad support. I ain't made a dime off support, but I'm glad that motherfucker went up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad I listened. I wish I would have taken all this. Like I sold the 20 shares and I got like $600 and invested in like 4 or 5 different stocks. I wish I would put all that motherfucker in support. I wish I would just listen to bot in the beginning and just put it all into support. But it's okay because the other plays turn up later.
Oh wait,
that motherfucker, man, right there, dog. I ain't gonna even lie. That was a hell of a play.
What show was that, huh?
The thing was after when the aftermarket hit, right, I got busy cleaning and stuff, so I didn't look at it for like a couple hours, like 3 or 4 hours. It was like 3:30 when I took a look at it. I turned on, I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize, because I looked at right when aftermarket hit and it only went up like 1 or 2% or something. Like, it wasn't that much, and I was like, oh, I'll just float around 5 to 10% or something like that in the aftermarket. I look back, I was like, God damn! So I was like, holy shit, that made my day a little bit, because I was 10%, like, I didn't expect.
What are you saying about 10%?
He said, "Did you get in?"
Nope. I ain't get in. Nope.
I'm the only one that get in on it. But
hey,
we said that was a test. We said that. Remember that when Bot put that out, I said I was going to do as a test to see.
I'm gonna try to find it. That was the show.
That was the last show.
2 days ago.
Yeah, we did that like a couple days ago. I think so. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna go to that.
Well, I think it was last week when he actually said that.
Yeah, he said it last week, yo. Yeah, he said it last week.
Yeah, he said it last week.
Yeah, he said it last week.
Because I cashed out on Friday, I think, of last week.
So you would think that would be what show?
That's probably the second to last show, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys did a show in between when I was on last, but the last time, not when I was on yesterday, but the other day, it might have been that one where Marco wasn't here.
That was 2 days ago. I know that's when we talked about it, but it was before that.
It was before that.
Yeah, actually, Marco was on the show when he said it. I remember now. Yeah. So it was last week sometime.
I wonder. So was it on that?
Well, I only came on once last week, I think.
So I think it was. I think you was on there too. Yeah,
I was on there.
We was all on there. Yeah, we was all on there.
Because that's when I made the deal about I'll do the test. Remember when we said, we were all here for that. Yeah.
Hold up. Let me see something.
It might have been last Wednesday.
Because we ain't did a whole bunch of shows recently, so
yeah,
it should be easy. I'm about to show this.
I think it was like Friday or something like that.
And while I'm gone, I hope you guys keep this shit going, man. Keep it going.
Oh yeah, we gonna keep it.
Yeah, and
I'll
like
do
I
the live
said,
sometime.
You could be in the chat. We're gonna rent you up when you come in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to be on camera for a while. That's all. But I'll still be on Twitter. I'll probably hit up the live chats, and it'll be a little bit easier when I'm at home because I'll be closer to you guys this time. I won't have the 4-hour time difference either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, are you guys on East Coast time or Central time?
East Coast.
East Coast.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be on the same time then.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be it's almost 8 o'clock here, so it's got to be almost midnight there, right?
Oh yeah, but I already see the part on the show where he said it too. We about to get to it. Damn. Hold up.
Yeah, but he said it was on Friday. Kid said it was on Friday.
It was on Friday. Okay.
It was on Friday.
Yeah, because I think I sold.
I found it on my phone. I see the first part. Hold on, we about to go to that bid.
Oh, that's right. I sold on Friday in the aftermarket on AMC, and then Monday I bought some shit with it. That's right. Man, that's a handsome motherfucker up at the right hand side.
You over to the market, and it's going. All these stocks is too fucking high right now. I
agree with that.
It's too. All of it is too high.
Yeah.
You know, I just see major.
Oh, that made me think that was us. I'm tweaking. Hey, look at that. Ain't that some shit?
What's that?
Y'all can't see?
Where is it at?
I ain't got it on the screen. You don't see what it say right there? What you ain't read?
Oh, we can't see because the other chat is blocking it if you're talking about that.
Oh,
right there. Yeah. Next week. I see it now. Yeah.
I got to turn. Okay, we about to do it. Now you can see everything.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yep, you were right, but
that was Friday.
Damn. Yep. Next squeeze.
Yep.
SPRT.
And this was Friday.
It was Friday.
You said which one is a write-off? What's the tax write-off? Let's see this. He said this the next. We're looking at the next squeeze here, possibly. That was the sweet spot.
What do they do?
Pull the 6 month up.
That was the sweet spot.
We got spikes. What's the volume?
And now we here for $1 million.
Yep. 4 million.
That motherfucker was $1.62. Man.
That shit was crazy. And like I said, it's doing better than he even thought it would do.
That shit crazy, dog.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Shit right there, dog. That was a caller. That was definitely the call of the month right there.
And y'all can look at the right there. Bam.
Yeah. I was definitely calling
Nostradamus in the fucking building.
Yeah, that motherfucker right
August 18th.
Yeah. You did your thing on that motherfucker.
Yeah. I got in on Monday at 9.39 a share, so yeah. I'm only up 190% right now. Yeah. It says I'm only up 109% right now, but I don't think it's reflecting the aftermarket. So I'm actually up like 150% on it.
Shit. Yeah, that motherfucker.
Actually, that doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, I would guess I would be 150% because 3 times. No, I should be up 200%. Because 3 times
you wasn't
9
in
is
the house, kid. Nope.
27. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. And he said he was getting in on it. Like I said, I don't know. Like I hope it goes up again tomorrow. That's but it's risky getting in right now. But I think it's only squeezed for like 2 days, so I think we have another day or day and a half before it starts dropping again.
That motherfucker probably gonna go up again, man.
Yeah,
y'all might see $30. Y'all might see 30
Can you
something.
imagine if that went up to like 300-400% tomorrow?
Shit, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
The way that motherfucker moved in after hours, dog, I was like, wow.
Jeez. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I took a step away and I was like, oh, okay, it's done for the day, like whatever. And I stepped back because usually in a lot of times in the aftermarket, it doesn't move as much. You know what I'm saying? Like these meme stocks don't move as much in the aftermarket, which I find strange. But yeah, no, this isn't the squeeze yet. No.
Man.
Well, I mean, it's part of the squeeze. It's this first ladder step, but you're right. It's probably going to dip back down again and then shoot back up later on, like the rest of them have.
Shit.
Man. But BlackBerry's probably next, guys. Like I said, you get in by September 3rd.
Hey, I'm in.
This is.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Hey, bot. Do BlackBerry get the stamp of approval, Nostradamus?
Yeah, what do you think about BlackBerry? I'm sitting here talking about just because it's involved in the meme stocks and on the same algorithm. But
damn.
He said 1850. That bitch fly to
you might need to hold that, AB. You might need to hold that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, you might have to hold that one, bro. You might have to do that one.
Yeah.
You might have to hold that one. I didn't think it was gonna go that damn high. I said 16.
Yeah. If it starts dipping, though, I'm getting rid of it. Though, if it starts dipping tomorrow, I'm getting rid of it. But I don't think
it be doing the pump fakes though, man. Because I thought when it went to 11, I thought it went to 11.
It was over with.
I thought that bitch was over. I thought for sure.
Oh yeah, No, but I'm talking about having a red day. Like if it, if it's red for most of the day, like if it starts out green and it stays in the green, I'm gonna hold it. But if it starts out red and keeps dipping down some, then I won't.
I don't think it's gonna start out like that, man. Tomorrow, I really don't believe that.
But I'm gonna get in for 200 shares long term, so he don't feel as confident about BlackBerry. Well, bot, I'm gonna need a play from you next week. I'm gonna need some kind of play from you next week. So I'll talk to you when I need. It's gonna be like next week, early next week. I'm gonna need a play.
Yeah, but if it flies past AMC, kid, I only got like 22 shares. I ain't got that much. So I got 200 shares of AMC. So I'm hoping AMC flies higher because that's more money in my bank account right now. But I'll take the support money right now. The support money, once this is done, is going to be money I can take out and use at home when I get home to help my mom and stuff out. So that's what that's why I took the 20 shares out and started trading between these different stocks, because I'm trying to make some quick cash so that when I get home, I have enough that I don't have to go to work for a month or two, so I can help my mom sort of shit out and get through. My dad's going into home one way or the other, probably in the next week or so. And my mom hasn't been alone by herself for over 50 years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like losing a body part. So I want to be able to be there as much as I can to help her out. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, we keep playing these plays, dog. You ain't gonna have to worry about that.
Look what Nostro just told us.
About 10 more for the fuck yeah, man.
10 more flips. I'm getting in on all 10 on everything.
I tell you what, yes, I will. If I have the money for it, I will. And then I'm gonna look at the long-term stuff for after the crash when it happens. That's where my kind of bread and butter, I think, is like looking at stuff like MMAT is you guys' thing or whatever. But and I think the WWE is a high price, but if you want to make a short-term gain in the next year, I think that's going to go up. But I'll keep an eye on that sort of stuff, like the weed companies, the water companies, and stuff like that, and see what I think actual investments will grow over long-term time. But man, if you got this shit unlocked with the fucking meme stocks, so I mean, and like I said,
for the rest of the year,
can't wait.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in, bro. You got me.
Yeah, you got me on Twitter, brother. You know how to get a hold of me. Hell, I want to give you guys all my phone number, but I think my number is going to change when I move back to Maine because I got an Alaska number. But
once you get back, give me your number though, for sure. Once you
I mean, you got my number. I think I sent you my number on Twitter.
You never sent it to me.
I'll send it to you guys after. I'll send it in that group one that I did. I'll give you both my number. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, so that way, if you know, because it's I like talking to you guys too. It's not just a
Hold
shit,
up, though. Hold on, bot. That's how you feel? That's what you want home?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Yeah, that's what I want to. Hey, I want 5 to 10. I
You
want
hear
5
that,
to
man?
10. I
I'll
want
be
5
damned
to
if
10.
I don't clear a meal this year. What?
So
Yeah.
I'm here. That's what I'm talking about.
Talk
I want
dirty
5 to
to
10.
me then.
I want 5 to 10 in the end because that's enough for the money for the rest of my life, and I can start concentrating on.
Hell yeah.
Shit. If
You
I
know,
see
like-
if I see 5, I can get it 15, 20.
Yeah, that's right
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Bot did call that shit. Bot called that hood shit. That hood shit. Remember we was talking about hood when the IPO came out, and I said, well, it's probably like a good play in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like,
did.
and then he was like, yeah, it'll go up from 30 to 70. Yeah.
Hey, kid. Hey, tell me how to do it. Tweet me about it, and I'm gonna get that shit started, bro. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna start that bitch tomorrow. When I get up, that's gonna be my first line of business.
Yeah, and maybe if you do Discord or something, maybe I can get on my phone. See, the problem is the phone signals suck up home, and it's kind of like they do up here. Like, I live on the middle of nowhere, so like the phone signals go in and out. But I might be able to do some audio, stuff.
We'll figure out a way.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll figure out something.
I'm starting a Discord tomorrow. So
all right,
that's for sure.
So, but no matter what, I'm gonna be gone for a couple weeks to sort this shit out. You know, I'll keep in touch with you guys on Twitter and the phone and shit like that. But, I wasn't around for that one, Carve, but I believe him.
I don't remember that. I'm sure he probably called it though.
He
probably
did. I do kind of remember that a little bit. I do.
I don't think I was around for that one.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Carb, yeah. Wow.
He flexing.
Yeah.
Bot out here.
Nostradamus
out here flexing.
Kid, you're gonna be a man by the time this is over too. Not a kid anymore. You're gonna be the man.
This is crazy. Yeah, I'm ready for them 10. I'm ready for them 10 though.
I feel good, man. I feel good about this shit, man.
Yeah,
you already know what's up.
We're gonna be in a different motherfucking situation, man, about 6 months from now, bro.
I tell you, man, I can't wait.
We all gonna be in a different situation. I promise you that.
Yeah. We'll be in a better situation. I think 5 years from now we're gonna be in a completely different situation than we are 6 months from now. Fuck.
5 years. 5 years, dude. For real.
Yeah. We might own our own island. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We keep on doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
People.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember that too.
You talking about 26 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$11?
Yeah.
That's why the GRNQ is a good play probably right now because it's under $1 and it will jump up like crazy.
Yeah.
In a month or two. Yeah.
DT, if you still here, bro, this is for you, bro.
Yeah, we running bags up over here.
For you, bro.
We the bag boys. That's what we run.
Yeah.
This is the pitch for you, DT.
Yeah.
You still here, buddy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then everybody, once people start touching that paper, you go tell somebody else where you seen this shit at.
Yeah. I'm horrible at promoting the show. I tried today to.
And Nostradamus, you get us to this paper, we gonna have to kick something back to you, homeboy. It's only right.
Yeah,
it's only right.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, Kid Bot, where you from anyway? Where are you both from? I was wondering where you guys coming from. I think I asked you guys. I forgot though. I had so many things going on. I can't keep track of stuff sometimes. So.
Shit.
And like the guys, they're big fans of the show. They always.
Hey, well, there it is. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he put me on. Is like pay it forward, you know.
Texas.
Oh, I live in Texas, man. I can't do it. Florida. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, but I remember you telling me I think Florida, but Texas, I can't do Texas. Too hot, man. I lived in Texas for like 6 months. I couldn't take it. I lived down below Houston in the Dayton, Cleveland area. And it was fucking hot, man. I remember I drove from Washington, and the day I got into Fort Worth, it was 113 degrees, and I pulled over. I went to eat at this place, and I went in, and it was so hot. Like I was afraid my truck was gonna burn up, so I didn't have the AC going because it was so hot. I didn't want my car to overheat, so I just had the windows down. I was like, I gotta stop for a bit. I went into a restaurant, ate, and when I came out from the AC and came back outside, I threw up everything I ate because it was just too much. I couldn't handle the heat from there. It was just crazy. But I can see why people like Texas. I'm a northern boy. I was born and raised in Maine, and I lived in Virginia Beach for a while. I like that. That was because it wasn't too hot, too cold. You know, it was like that nice mild in between shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I like to have a winter sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like an outdoorsy kind of person anyway for the most part. So if I have an excuse to stay indoors in the wintertime, I tend to do it. You know what I mean? And I don't mind
It's a normal day in Florida. Huh?
Yeah. Florida. I've never been to Florida. That's one place I haven't. But there's only like a handful of states I haven't been to or stayed in or worked in. But Florida is too crazy, man. Too many crazy motherfuckers down there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but I don't know how you do it.
I feel good, man. Yeah, the humidity is no joke down there. Yeah, I've been down there.
That's a normal day in Florida. You been down there since you been a young jet.
Yeah, did you move down there? Yeah,
jets.
Yeah. See, that was a thing in North Carolina when I lived there. The humidity was so thick. I used to plow phone lines underground for Sprint in North Carolina. And oh my God, like I was working in the winter and the spring, and this guy was like, "Man, you're such a hard worker." And then the summer came. He's like, "What happened? You were such a hard worker." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I can't breathe. It is too fucking hot out here for my white ass to be out here. I'm sunburning. I look like I was Mexican. My ID looked like I just got out of jail because I was all, you know, like I was just crazy. It was like, oh my God, it's so fucking hot. You know, I looked real bad when I was down there. I was getting that Donald Trump orange going. You know what I'm saying? Like I was getting that bad. So,
man, what y'all think about that,
bro? But
what y'all think about that Afghanistan shit? This shit getting worse, man. Man, this shit getting bad, man.
I saw somewhere it got bombed today, right? Like,
hotel.
Yeah, I haven't been able to pay attention. I've had too much other shit going on. I've only catch bits and pieces.
This shit crazy down there, dog.
Yeah,
this shit crazy. The Afghanistan shit is out of control.
Yeah, I am fearful this will lead to World War III somehow. But,
yeah.
I'm kind of. He said ISIS equals CIA.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a problem we create ourselves, you know. Yeah.
Man,
like we were selling weapons to both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I one thing I noticed
here go kids take.
We could have left 10 years ago or 5 years from now. Result would have been the same. Afghanistan was a house of cards, death to default.
Because we never should have gone in the second place.
Yeah.
You know, we never should have gone in the first place.
Well, they had to get that heroin, man.
He said it was created under Obama administration.
Yeah.
I don't know, because weren't they around during Bush's years too? Wasn't ISIS around during Bush's years?
Yeah, probably at the end, but I think it was mainly Obama.
Yeah, like I'm not one to jump on either party bandwagon. I think they're both horrible. So I think they just play professional wrestling in the public and then go back.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm not a big. I think that their fights are never for the people. It's for corporate interest, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So, or military industrial complex or whatever. They're all on both different sides of the fence on that, but they're all still corrupt. Just they're fighting for different corruptions, you know.
The main headlines just reveals a massive fraud of this all was unnecessary loss of human blood and American gold, Afghan gold, capitulated.
Yeah. That's the thing. Why, if they're not going to fight for themselves, why are we over there fighting? You're saying no to the Bush thing. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I thought it seems to me ISIS has been around longer. Maybe I believe that. No,
it was under Obama. They were created by our government.
Yeah, I believe that. Obama was the biggest sheep in wolf's clothing we've ever had. I feel like
Obama wasn't shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to be different. He was just as bad or worse as everybody else. So
yeah.
Too much money to be made. Follow the money.
Yeah. Did you guys see what Kamala Harris did? I saw this. She went to honor John McCain at this memorial. She made it out like it was a memorial for him, and it wasn't a memorial for him. It was a memorial for the people that he killed or whatever. There, you know what I mean? Like it was. I believe that's what I've heard. But it's all just bullshit. It's all professional wrestling. They're all just a bunch of crazy people.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Bout, on that. They want to stay in Afghanistan for whatever reason. They're gonna use They're gonna use the Americans that they left behind as another reason to stay in
you
that
were just saying that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I totally agree with you.
You notice there's been a lot of pictures and stuff circulating of soldiers helping children all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like they're doing that to tug on the heartstrings. So they're like, we got to save those people and go back in there. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try. The United States are gonna try and stay in Afghanistan for some reason. They're going to have some reason to be there, and it's going to be the missing American soldiers or citizens in Afghanistan. I didn't know it was so many of them, man. It was like they talking about they got to get out 100,000. They done took out 100,000 people out that motherfucker, man. I'm like, shit. Well, that's a lot of motherfuckers, man. For
been over there for 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I mean it's a large amount of people, but not compared percentage wise to the amount of like time and everything that's been there. So, and the other thing is they're going to bring all these refugees here now, which we should, I guess, because it's our fault. A lot of these people turn into refugees, but I don't know. It's just I'm not anti-immigration or anything like that, but in the same token, like we should be taking care of our own here first before we start taking care of everybody else around the world. We got enough homeless and everything going on around here right now. So
hell yeah, we do.
You know, like
go to California, that shit filled with homelessness.
Yeah, it's been all over the United States. I've seen it all over the United States. I've traveled all over, and it's everywhere. You know, it's not just it's not as bad as in California, but it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's more than it used to be. I traveled in my 20s until now, and there's way more homeless people around this country than there was 20 years ago.
He said, "Boss said we can't beat the Taliban."
Well, like Marco was saying, they're backed by China and shit now. So if we go back in, this is what could lead to World War III, because we have China and Russia. You know what I mean? Like they have all these motherfuckers that have interest in there now, and they're on the Taliban side. So
that's what I'm scared of at this point. I don't know if we ready to deal with all that right now.
Well, that's why we need to get this money moved to the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
you know I mean, like that's what the rich people are doing for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about to get crazy. The best chance you got is to build your fortresses now. You know, like build or get a small town where you could just do your thing and kind of stay hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing.
Damn, they gotta have a compound now. Gotta have money to buy a compound.
I thought about that, man. I was like, if I get this money, I'm gonna get all the friends I can in the fucking same place. We're gonna build a big fucking fence around that motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You know, and
call it a day.
Strapped up.
Yep, strapped up. Shit, that's what's gonna have to be damn near in the end.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody's thinking, oh, USA is the biggest.
He said he got guns and they guarantee I'm strapped up over this bitch tooth and nail, got them all over the place. You better believe it.
I've been playing Fallout 4 training for the apocalypse lately. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah.
We're going to build a motherfucking compound, guys, because this shit about to get ugly. For real.
Yeah. I try not to think about it right now though, because I got too much other shit going on. Where it's like I don't. That's a ways away still before shit gets really. I mean, shit's getting worse every day in the U.S., but it's not going to get real bad for another year or so.
Yeah.
Secure land and get out of the city.
Yeah. I've lived in cities and country, and I'll tell you what, country is where I want to be. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a country redneck kind of guy, but I like the you can seclude yourself some. I don't need all these people around because there's too many crazy people in the world.
Let the dogs run around and shit like that.
It's not a beast. You tripping, dog. They probably still would be at AMC, man. We have World War III. These motherfuckers still hold on to AMC. I can see the motherfuckers doing that.
Yeah,
I really could.
Sitting in their fucking bomb shelter, like, man, this AMC is gonna take off any minute now. Pass me that meal pack. The fucking the military meal packs. Pass me that meal pack. I'm waiting on my AMC to go up. I can't buy no real food. It's too expensive right now.
This shit crazy. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about Afghanistan right now. That's why I've been watching that shit like a hawk.
I've been
days.
You keep me up on it because I'm out of the loop on it for the most. I catch things on Twitter of certain things, but it's just headline. I try not to get into headline reading too much and try to actually kind of get into stuff. But sometimes I get into the headline reading just because I don't have the time to. But
they were spending these bull attacks on Twitter as good for AMC bombs. Make people go see movies.
They were, Yeah, because what's more attractive to a terrorist than a bunch of people grouped in a small
Man.
area? You
They
know,
was
like,
spinning that.
yeah, I can't
Wow.
believe that shit.
AMC.
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
No, what AMC should do is they should change their business model to being fallout shelters and stock their stuff.
Yeah.
Stock up with shit. Be
Uh-huh.
like, when the bombs start dropping, you come to
Yeah.
AMC, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll run some movies for you to keep you calm, but shit's gonna get real outside. So we're gonna have all the popcorn you can eat, all the candy you can eat, all the soda you can eat for like 3 or 4 days till the shit blows over.
Motherfuckers get to fight in there, boy. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be
Boy.
hell yeah.
Give me the juju fruits, motherfucker. You know.
Exactly. Shit, they
Yeah.
go ham in that bitch.
Yeah.
Shit.
I wouldn't want to be trapped with a bunch of like. That's what I'm saying. Move to the country and just buy a bunch of houses and get your friends surrounded and build like a compound if you can, because that's the only way you're going to keep the crazy out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
yeah.
So shit, man. Where we gonna be at tomorrow with support, you think? Where we gonna be at, bot, with support tomorrow?
Hey, bot saying it could hit. What's it at now? It's at
27 right now.
27.
28.
I mean, fuck. If it's gonna tear tomorrow, if it goes up like 100% tomorrow, you know, or more, it could, you know, like anything could happen tomorrow. It could go up 200% tomorrow. It could go up 300%. It could drop, but I think bot's probably right if this is just the beginning of it. Because about that third day on the squeeze is when it really takes off, and then it drops a little. So tomorrow might be the day it really takes off.
Yeah. Could tank and lose. Oh, it's going to 100.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't think that bitch tanking tomorrow, man. I think y'all gonna get some more money out of this bitch.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, it's tough to predict, but like, he's probably right, because I think most of the squeezes last 3 to 4 days, and then they start dropping off again.
Yeah. If I see like 35, 40, dog, I gotta pull. I'm pulling trigger. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah,
You
I
think
see
so?
like I'll be trying to get out of that motherfucker, man. Take that money and go. Shit, you be up what? 20 something, almost $30 a share.
Shit, you take that, then wait for the next play out of 10 from bot coming and shit, and flip that.
I know, right?
Yeah, because that's what I'm waiting for.
This is just short-term money right now, so I'm gonna see what happens tomorrow, and then depending on what happens on Monday. The thing that stinks is I'm gonna be on a plane on Monday morning, until about noontime, so I won't be able to sell if it tanks real hard on Monday.
You said if it goes to 40, if it breaks to 40, it might go to 50 within 10 minutes. Damn.
Yeah, no doubt. It might see halts tomorrow. That's what there's a chance it could see halts tomorrow.
And where would it be at when it comes back?
Oh, let's see. It started out at what, 9 about, right? It probably dropped down to like 20-30 when it pulls back. It depends on how high it goes, though. You know what I'm saying? Like if it goes up to like 50 or 60, it'll pull back to 20 and 30. If it goes up to like 100 or something, who knows where it's going to pull back to?
That motherfucker ain't gonna get halted till we see like down there $50-$60 if I see a halt.
I think the short interest on it was something crazy like 64% or something too.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I don't know how that translates to how high it will go up, but it seems like it would go up a lot more because AMC is only at like 18-20% interest, right?
That bitch exploded after hours, boy.
But like I said, that short interest percentage is kind of a fake number anyway, too. So, you know, but from what they're showing, you know.
But you really think this motherfucker might shoot all the way up? Man, I don't know, man. I'm so curious about tomorrow with this motherfucker, dog. Yeah. I'm gonna be watching this motherfucker early in the morning, dog. For real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real curious tomorrow.
I'm gonna be in and out because I have to go to Wasilla and do some stuff. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna drive and check my phone every time I stop. You know what I'm saying? So the shot borough, holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Doc, what's going on, big dog? Where you been at, baby?
What's happening, Doc?
What up, Doc? Sunshine?
Hell yeah.
Man, we calling fire, man. If you don't be over here every show, you don't know what fuck you missing, man.
Hell yeah, baby.
We calling fire shit over here. We all about to touch 1 million over this motherfucker. So hey,
I sure hope so. I believe it though at this point. You know,
bot call support last Friday.
Bots called. If you watch earlier in the show, Doc, Bots called a lot of shit. Actually, it's not just support.
On fire,
we've gone through the history of Bot, and he's actually been right on a lot of this shit. So
Bot said he about to make motherfuckers millionaires if they want to get some.
Yeah.
This one, look at this right here, August 18th, and look what we was talking about. This where the money being made over here. This where the paper at.
That bitch is $8 a share.
And look what this man said.
You can't see it with the chat on there.
Oh, it's the chat. I got the chat down there.
Yeah, you got the chat down there. You can't see what you want to show.
My bad.
So my cars only go 50 to say, hey, I don't give a fuck if it go 50. That's great. That's a good problem right there, Bot.
Look what that man. Look what we had on this on Friday.
Nostradamus in the fucking building.
He had to change his name because the plays is just too fresh, man.
And he was right about Torch. He was right about another one. I can't remember which one it was. We talked about it a while ago. He's also, I think he was the one that put me on Shiba, which I had just got some, and then GRNQ. He said is probably going to be the next one.
That's the next one to go.
Yeah, in like a month and a half. That's what he said, but who knows if it's
MMAT too
right now. Yeah,
he called MMAT too. He called MMAT like.
And look, we pulling this shit up there, man. And I look, that's all that need to be said right there.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else. That's all. That's doing all the talking right there.
Yep. Actions speak louder than words. Definitely.
It's money. It's money to be made over here.
Yeah, she was on Weibo now, I think. Ain't it on Weibo? I think so.
Yeah, it gave me the message that I could start the beta today. Yeah, I signed up for the beta, and it's been beta for a while, but they just gave me the message today that I can start up on it. So I only bought like $30 worth, but you know, for what price it is, that's a lot of Shiba, really. If it goes up to a penny, you know, like this, yeah.
Shit, you getting paid.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm sorry.
You bought some options on that, Bot?
You said what?
Bot said he's gonna have 10 plays by the end of the year for us. So
yeah, 10 plays, Doc.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man, let motherfuckers know we making money over here, man.
Yeah, come on over, Doc.
See, I got
Twitter. 10% 3.
Yep. And the other thing with Dogecoin, I actually got really lucky on that. I just kind of ran with my gut on that. I got in when it went on Webull, and it was already over like 26
we got
cents.
a Twitter.
Like yeah. Yeah, you guys are at the 10% 3, right?
Yeah, I'm about to put it up.
Yeah.
And we about to start a Discord too. So you gonna better jump on that too. We about to have it all, man. We starting a community, man. Motherfuckers make money, but it's one thing though. Once you get these M's, you gotta help motherfuckers though. Yeah, that's what we doing over here.
Pay it forward. That's what, you know.
That's how we doing it. This is the Twitter right here.
I don't think you can see the Twitter tag though.
You can't. Hold on, watch it.
I'm turning. Okay, good. That's good. That's good to know, Doc.
Good. You see right there. That's the Twitter.
You about to be a rich nigga.
Hey, but I will say this: 30K. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I will say that for anybody.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just say whatever. You know, just take a chunk. You know, there's plenty of plays to be made. So,
sorry, that's the Twitter.
Oh yeah, you see it there, yeah.
And then This kid follow everybody.
Well, we should ask them before we give them the Twitter handles. I don't know if they want the Twitter handles from here because they have different names on here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And I'm AB here. If you type in bullshit BS, I mean blue check BS inspector, that's my name on there, but my handle is something like AB Harold 2020 or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm about to pull you up. You let people see your Twitter.
My Twitter is right here.
I'm about to pull your shit up too. We're gonna pull everybody's shit up. This AB right here. This AB's Twitter.
I gotta change that picture though. I look creepy.
Yeah, I ain't got no picture yet, but I'll be getting one real soon.
Motherfuckers probably gonna think yours is a troll Twitter.
Yeah, I gotta change it up because I wasn't.
No, I said Marco's. They gonna think Marco should have. This Marco Twitter.
King Marco. Yeah, I had trouble finding yours at first. I thought you was the one that he showed before for a minute. Because I didn't realize, I never looked at the screen on the name. Like I saw the name, but I didn't
I'm about to show yours too. I'm about to show, here go bots. Shit, I should be able to find bot on yours. Why you ain't following bot? Oh, he changed it and not. Oh, he changed
it on the. Oh, you changed it on Twitter too. That's
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. This the man himself, the man right here.
Yes. Loving it. But I do gotta get going here, guys.
All right, we about to shut down too.
Yeah. I just want to once again say thank you, everybody in the chat and the show. I never planned on coming here regularly. I appreciate being able to come on. Marco and Ticket, much love and respect to you guys. You guys have been fantastic, and I'm very glad that I found all you people. I think we've got a great community here, and I look forward to the future. And I'll be dipping out for a bit, but I'll be back in the future, and we'll keep up with me on Twitter.
And on the Discord, we gonna be I'm setting that up tomorrow, so we gonna all politic on the Discord and all that shit. So Doc, be looking out for that. So follow us on Twitter, Doc, and we'll keep you plugged in on how we moving. So we all linked through Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my Twitter strictly about show and stocks and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into political shit on Twitter anymore and stuff like that. So
and Dane, if you ain't here, you want to plug in too, man. We all plug in, man. We gonna be on the Discord talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this shit nice and tight and get to this money.
Let's get to it, baby.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. Keep in touch, like I said, and just appreciate everybody. I can't say it enough. So
yeah, man.
Much love to everybody.
All right, man. Hope everything worked out for you, bro.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted what's going on with that too a little bit. All right, guys.
All right, everybody. We out,
y'all, man. We out.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.